Nick Welthall, David Tuckman here for 88 Poker. It's Magic Monday, folks. That's right.
Oh, here we go. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, look at these hands.
Kings are good. We are heads up. The double elimination. I love double KOs. Whoa.
No, he calls and it's going to be over.
I've got a keyword giveaway, Nick.
This is for another $109 ticket.
We're going to go with Madrid.
Type Madrid in chat. Type it wants to win.
There's a ticket. Oh, Banfield had a big one.
Oh,
Banfield.
The Jillians.
Oh, wow. What a run out. Hello and welcome to Magic Monday. We are here courtesy of 888 Poker, and it is truly a magical day. Nick Welthall is back from holiday. I have been here dedicated week in, week out. And thank you all for being here week in and week out. It's pretty amazing stuff. I mean, the dedication from our fans, the dedication from me is amazing.
It was 1 week. It was one show. You were dedicated for one show. I mean, well done. Really,
really dedicated for that
Very
one
dedicated.
show. Okay?
Yeah, I see that.
We've got the normal giveaways. That's right. I kind of just flippantly say it like, oh, the normal giveaways. It's $7 $109 tickets, everybody. Not satellites to go win a $109 ticket. No. We don't mess around here. We're just going to give you the big one, okay? 7 $109 tickets, plus, of course, our amazing free roll where we give away $500 in cold, hard cash. Mr. Welthall, how are you?
Hello. I'm very good. Yeah, I'm brilliant. It's summer. The UK's having a great summer. I'm summering well.
Yeah, you look good. You look good. You look really, really tan.
Yeah, let's say I am.
I mean, for
due
you,
to the great summer. No, well, it's very strange for us UK people, but it is a fantastic summer so far. So we're having fun, but that doesn't mean that we
global
don't want
warming
to play some
is
poker.
awesome. All in here, Ace 10 versus Ace Jack. A 10 eliminates a player. That's not going to happen. Instead, we get a full double up. Look at that, 1.1 million. No crazy short stacks here. And also no crazy big steps. I mean, King's got 3.9 million, which is obviously a lot of chips. Well, actually, that's a ton of chips. That's well over 100 big blinds. What am I saying?
That's
but yeah,
chips.
But there are no real shorties. I mean, their shortest stack is over 20 big blinds. So we could be here for a while.
Feels like every time I do the show now, they have a ton of chips and it takes forever.
Yeah, last week's was done in lickety split. It was pretty quick, actually. Easty and I just zoomed right through it.
It's almost like the players want to have longer when I'm next to their screen name. Is that fair?
That might be the case. That might just be the reasoning behind it. Do you think somebody's thinking like they're like, I mean, I think it's close to a call. I'm not sure. It's close, but you know what? Welthall is commentating, so I'll fold.
Yeah. Let's keep this bad boy rolling. That's what they're thinking.
It's got to be. What's up, Gedemonis? What is up? Facuvaldi, Run Good, Merciless, Leo Gygax, all of you beautiful people. We do have time, I believe, for the famous, world famous Nick Welthall shout-outs. We'll get to those later, guys. Everybody send Lime Ricky some dry wishes. Apparently, rain is coming to Costa Rica, and we're hoping she does not get washed away.
It's the rainy season, though, so it was on the brochure.
Yes. She signed up for this.
This isn't a surprise.
So blinds are 17,500, 35,000, which means each person has a certain number of blinds. That math is far too difficult for both Nick Welthall or myself. So you have to figure it out yourself. But at some point in the next whenever, it'll switch to big blinds. We have no idea why or when.
It is magical when it happens. That's a very good flop for both players.
It is a pretty good flop for both players. We'll see how this one plays out.
No check raise from Romanescu. Definitely could have check risen.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could check raise. Oh, look at this. A little cagey check back from Nidovan. Oh, and Romanescu does not go for it. Lets the 10s get the showdown. I feel like you could have played that hand a little bit more aggressively because the player in the big blind could have a 5 in their range. the player in the small blind in the under the gun spot never does. So you can really start to put a lot of pressure on your opponent, especially when you have more chips than them.
Absolutely, you could have. But they didn't. And look at them now, slightly poorer.
Yeah, they could have. They certainly. That was another option. We get an open. We get a 3-bet. Bambuco. Going to take it down. No flop. Some riveting poker early on.
Hi, Cole. How are you? Hi, Condor from Patagonia, Argentina. Wow. All I know about Patagonia is, you're high. Eastal's Carb says, I blend in with the wall. Oh, my God, do I? That means this is a disastrous wardrobe choice. Do I need to change?
No, it's not.
I'll change live. I'll change live on air. I'll do it.
It's not the clothes. It's you.
I blend into the wall.
You blend into the wall. So I don't know how you're going to change that.
Oh,
are you
some sure about that?
Except, are you a shapeshifter?
I could get a David Tuckman mask, I suppose.
You could probably go to Amazon and get some Donald Trump makeup.
Just get that orange tint going.
Yeah, get a sunny look. I mean, listen, I feel like a sunny disposition might do you wonders.
I am very sunny. It's my skin complexion. I mean, some people don't see color. Is what I'm saying. Yeah? Let's include everyone, whether they blend into the wall or not, whether they're a little bit pale or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to lecture, but
let's say you are spitting facts, my friend. Mukanga playing the aces a little bit slow here, and Dudu Dantas 95 betting the turn with absolutely no equity. Does give up on the river. Mukanga now second in chips. Everybody chasing King 2309.
That's a bold screen name, isn't it? Because you really do embrace the possibility of being shortened to doo-doo.
Right. That's a good point.
People just calling you doo-doo.
Speaking of doo-doo, by the way, they picked up $500 in bounties already. The recent success this past spring was during the XL Spring Series. They had 2 huge cashes, including a second place in the Daily Gems Deep Stack.
Not so doo-doo.
Not so doo-doo. Good point.
Maybe tell me, is there a free roll tonight?
Let me just check my notes. There is. There is a free roll.
Cool.
And this one makes sense.
It makes
sense.
Okay.
I mean, I understand it. The free roll, by the way, starts in 22 minutes. We're giving away $500 in cash prizes. We're giving away lots of fun, guaranteed fun. Okay. Can't guarantee you that you'll win any of the prizes, but you might. But we can guarantee you fun. If you use the password ITM18FR, no spaces, ITM18FR, and it stands for In the Money 18, because it's August 18th, FR for
France.
Almost definitely for France, yes.
Yes. It's the 18th of France, as everyone knows.
It is currently still the 18th in France.
Leo reminds us that Dudu Dantas is a Brazilian pro.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. So look out for some pro-level play on the final table.
And Mukanga now with trip 6s. King's kind of in an awkward spot. Like pocket 3s here are good a lot of the time. They're just not good here. And they are quite vulnerable no matter what. So you kind of wonder what's the play. Getting a pretty good price. Maybe you call one time, see what happens. They're going to raise.
Turning 3s into a bluff. Obviously, there's a ton that they can represent. They're a little bit unlucky that they've run into trips here because a lot of hands would bet that turn card.
Absolutely. I mean, they're up against a random big blind hand. As I said, I mean, 3s are going to be the best hand there a lot of the time, but they're very vulnerable. So, you raise to kind of deny your opponent all of their equity. If they have a big diamond in their hand or something like that. Now, if they bet again, then it's just kind of an audacious bluff. I mean, when you raise and get called, you are really putting I guess they're just thinking, hey, my opponent will fold anything but diamonds or a 6.
I love it.
Unfortunately, their opponent has a 6.
I'm not assessing whether it's a good play or not. I just love it.
Yeah.
Pedal to the metal.
It's like when your wife walks in and you're like, what do you think of this outfit? I love it. That's it, right? I mean, there's nothing else behind that. You don't really know if you actually love it or not, because you're going to say that no matter what. Maybe it's a bad analogy.
Big decision for Makonga. Yeah, I just skipped over it. Big decision for Makonga.
I think you have to. Wow. I don't think I can. Listen, I can see folding an 8. I don't think I can fold a 6 there. I just think it's just too good a hand. Your opponent could actually be raising you on the turn with the same hand, a 6 also.
Yeah, but you have a bad 6. Right.
Yeah, I'm not.
You have 6-5. I know you're not folding. You're a payoff wizard, aren't you? But
I have absolute station. Set of 7s here for Bambuco. No, I mean, I get it. Listen, it was Makonga is in really great shape. They're currently 3rd in chips, very comfortable at 2.1 million. And, do they want to pay off like 40% of their chips in a spot where they're like, I think they might have diamonds. But it just
you just feel so dumb when they turn over a flush in that spot.
And they're like,
it's a really interesting hand, actually. Very interesting hand.
Yeah.
It would be nice to know. It would be nice to have a bit of history on king in that hand, as in, are they capable of bluff raising turns like that? Because that isn't that common a play, right? It's not like it's not a play, but it's not super common to raise 3s there.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, with that particular hand, a lot of players are calling. I think I actually like the raise in the turn a lot because, again, their hand is going to be good a bunch, but it's so vulnerable. No matter what their opponent is betting, they have a ton of equity when you only have 3s without a diamond in your hand. So raising the turn is pretty cool. I did not expect them to kind of bomb the river, and they did, and I certainly didn't think the fold was coming, but Makonga let it go. So, good on king. Hey, Tower. How are you? Tower, why did you say hi to me last?
It's really like worrying for you. I worry for you.
Do you?
Like I worry that bothers you, yeah.
I mean, I'm just curious. Whatever. Fine. I guess you like
you're not just curious, you're literally sad that somebody said hi to you after Lime and me.
Well, he said Lime first. I mean, see if Lime gives you tickets, Tower.
I just think this is an overreaction.
Whatever. I need a break.
Tower, good to see you.
I need a break. Okay.
That's all you should have received when you were posting that.
I'll be back in a second. Okay. I need a moment.
Just go and journal about it.
I'll talk to my therapist.
Exactly.
Blinds have popped up to 20,000, 40,000. 15 minutes into our show. No eliminations yet.
No, and as you said, generally speaking, we look pretty deep stacked compared to the average final table to me. Obviously, I've got no idea because the big blinds aren't being displayed, but I'm just getting like a vibe for how many chips they've got.
It's a good vibe. Papa Vincent has drifted down to about 11.5 big blinds. And they're in an interesting spot here. I mean, later position, this is an easy jam. Early position, it's a little bit more precarious, and they are going to let that one go. If you're wondering if there's any big bounties left, nope, not really. The big ones are all gone.
Who won the big one?
Ekamp Patakis finished 27th and walked away with $10,244 in bounties.
Well done to them.
Yeah. Oh, bad luck for Papa Vincent here. They can still hit an ace, obviously, and get lucky, but hard to imagine they get away from this one.
Literally 10 points something big blind, so they should not get away from this one.
No, I mean this is just too good. It's too good a hand. You're also the short stack. There's no other shorties, but they do get away from it. Again, they almost definitely were like, but Nick Wealthall's commentating, so I'll stay.
Kids are full in ace jack for 8 big blinds and trips, David. We're going to be here till approximately the 22nd of August.
Yes, no doubt about it here.
Buckle up, everyone. It's going to be a long show.
Yeah.
So how have you been, chat? How's your summer? Good?
Anybody have AMA?
AMA, 17 minutes in. That's worrying, isn't it? We've run out of content. Help us.
That's it. That's all we got. That's all. That's it. Oh, Lordy. My kids are back at school.
Okay, that's good for you, right?
It's so wondrous.
It's back in the daycare center. School.
It's such a wonderful, wonderful time here. Top pair from Okanga, NIT, Knight and Evan, with just threes. I imagine they'll fire one bullet and then be done with it unless they hit a 3 or something weird happens. Yeah, it's such a wonderful thing when my wife takes the young one because she's a teacher, and they leave at about 7:20 in the morning. And then I take the older one a little bit later. And then I come home and there's nobody here. Now, listen, I don't want to live alone. I don't want to be alone. It's actually one of my biggest fears. I let Kara Scott know that, by the way. We talked about, I was on her amazing podcast and she asked me what my biggest fear was. And I did reveal, I said, being alone, I hate the idea of being alone because who would I talk to?
So how long is it before you start to get, you start to feel bad if you're on your own?
No. See, that's the thing. I hate living alone and being alone in that sense.
Yeah.
But I like when everybody's gone.
Right. But
does that make sense? Does that make sense to anybody?
But how long, if you don't like being alone, how long can you be alone for before you start to get, sad?
Oh, I wouldn't get sad, but I'm happy to see them tonight.
Okay.
In all fairness, I'm happy when they're here. Later on, if they come home at 4:00, that's fine. I just like to have a few hours where they're not here.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody? Can you feel me? Can you pick up what I'm putting down here? I mean, I do love them and I want them around, just not all the time.
You just want to put your family in a box.
Right, and take them out when I want them. That's a great idea. That's brilliant.
I feel like that's the majority maybe of people
right.
are like that. Both is good.
It's like marriage.
Being with someone all the time is hard.
But I think you hit the nail on the head. I think like marriage, you love your wife. I love my wife. I want to be with her, but I'd like to kind of keep her in a box and just take her out when I want her. And then go back in your box.
Twice monthly.
By the way, I'm fairly certain she feels exactly the same about me. I'm not unique in this regard.
Mm-hmm.
Bougie says that's normal. Okay, good. Well,
Parabellum says there's a Tim Minchin song which you should listen to, which says exactly what you mean. So if you want a song to violently agree with,
I like that. What's the song?
Yeah, Lullaby. Apparently, I can't. This is Parabellum saying this. I don't know it.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you.
Nothing's happening in the poker, by the way. Nothing. Look at it. It's a disgrace. 9 high in 3 hands. What?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tap into Hayden. Yes. Hayden. Houston, are you there? Houston. Hayden's in Houston, by the way. He's
Okay.
not, but this is for my game. We're playing this game here. Hayden,
Okay.
Houston, come in. Okay. Hayden, can we just, in 9 minutes, can we just switch to the free roll?
Switch to the free roll.
Yes?
A lot of action in the free roll.
Can we make that happen? There'll be all-ins. Nobody's folding trips in the free roll. Nobody's folding ace-jack with 10 big blinds in the free roll.
Nobody's doing that kind of stuff.
Should we? I mean, I know. I get the vibe that this is going to go on for a while, and we should save our giveaways. But I'm thinking, do you want to do like a one giveaway now, just to reward the people for being here through this?
You think? Well, but this is fine.
No,
We're
it
just
is. It's
easing
wonderful.
into the final table. It could like kick up at any moment. Look, there's Ace King, for example.
Ooh.
Yeah. One of the best hands, David.
It is a very, very good hand. Back in the day, they used to call it the Anna Kournikova, which is very dated now because nobody knows who Anna Kournikova is anymore.
Oh, some of us remember. when needed.
Right. Oh, a 3-bet. Hey, look at that. We did get a 3-bet from Runesco.
Nice.
And then the 4-bet right down your throat. And then
Hi
Runesco
to
has to let it go.
Vitella. Hi to Vlorank.
Do you want to do your world famous shout outs?
What, say hello to some people?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Do you put in the chat where you're watching from? And in all seriousness, David and I love to know where you are because it is very cool that we're in our houses. And most weeks we have representation for almost every continent except for the tundras. So say hello and tell us where you're watching from, and I'll give you a shout out.
In the pit says, some of us remember Anna Kournikova vividly.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yes. I see you, my friend. I see you.
Just a very talented person.
Oh, so talented.
Very talented. Hi to Smokey in the Seychelles. What is up? What are you doing in the Seychelles?
Loving life.
Loving life. XP Victor's in Canada. Bougie is in Santo Domingo. Hi to Towers. Jamogi's in Telford. Player Quiller's in Calgary. Con Martinez in Sao Paulo. Hi to you. Hi, Scuddy in Loughborough. Cole is in South Sea. Gurika 90 is... are you in Hungary or not far from Hungary? Nettie's in Sussex. How you doing? Boxwaxer, Prince Edward Island in Canada. Hi to Ex Merciless in Dover. To Fusion, who is not in Narnia. That's a lie. You're just trapped in your wardrobe. That was a great immediate reference, by the way, by me. Tim Martin's in London. Florank's in Gozo. That's my home second island. Atom is Dozkin is in Edinburgh. Good to see you. Laritor is in Guayaquil, Ecuador. Uzgorod's in Ukraine. Spuddy's in Leeds. Wayans in Wellington. Hi to you all. Hi to Mark's in Ireland. Parabellum in Cheshire. Barbie Bates in Lubeck, Germany. Sorry, Barbie. Smash that into pieces, isn't I? Marianova Quez is in Argentina. How are you? Farting Potato Lords in Lithuania. Crazy Scotsman in Glasgow. Smudge is watching from the beer garden in Dundee with ice cold lager. You're winning at life, Smudge. Igor is in Romania, winning Cathy's in Ireland. Hello to everybody. Good to see you. Very good to be back with you.
I mean, Canada. I mean, we have so many different countries represented here. That is so awesome, including our own Lime Ricky in Costa Rica. A big turn card here for Bambuco. And does not get there. And ace high is good. And king, by the way, despite the fact nobody's being eliminated, king has added about 35% to their stack. So they're really starting to pull away a little bit. And as you can see, they are at about 125 big blinds.
Oh, well done, David.
Yeah, thank you. Well, 20-40 I can do. It's the don't give me 35, and don't give me 70, stuff like that. Papa Vincent, by the way, on 5 big blinds. Oh! And if you thought at 25 minutes after the hour we would switch to big blinds, you, my friend, have just won. Nothing except our admiration and love.
Just saw it happen live. It was so cool. Just changed.
Yeah. It's like seeing a shooting star.
It is. It's very similar. It really is.
I was actually really, really excited the other day because my oldest one, who just turned 12, is not stupid. And I'm loving this because he reads and stuff. Well, I mean, listen, you love your child no matter what. You love your child if they're ugly. You love your child if they're not, if they're smart. You're right. I mean, if they're good looking. You love your child if they're, whatever. If they're stupid, if they're smart. But as a parent, right? If your kid is athletic, all these things, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm just very, listen, beauty fades. But you just don't. If your kid's stupid, it's just it's a long life.
It's a hard road, isn't it?
It's a hard road, and then you've got to kind of like contemplate, like, okay, am I going to be supporting my kid in their 30s, type thing, right? Mm-hmm. But anyway, he reads a lot. The other day, though, we were driving along, and he was reading in the car. He's currently reading Pet Sematary by Stephen King.
Yes, scary.
He's really scary, but he's reading it and he's loving it, and he's a voracious reader. He loves it, but he puts his book down and we're just driving along, and it's at nighttime, and right in front of our car is a shooting star. And I'm like, Finn, his name is Phineas, I go, a shooting star. And he goes, yeah, that was so cool. And then he went on to tell me that it's not actually a shooting star, because if it was a shooting star, we'd all be dead. And he goes into a whole thing about, the world and outer space and all these things. I think he already knows more about outer space than you, Nick.
I think he does.
It was a long story, I know, but we got a long time here. But I was just impressed by the fact that he knew that actually wasn't a star that was shooting along in the sky.
You could have just said that bit, couldn't you? But we got a whole thing. So we. Well,
listen,
we're the richer for it, David. We're the richer for it.
I am paying homage to Stephen King. I already brought him up once. Does Stephen King just blurt it out? No, he paints a picture.
Have you read Stephen King's book about? Have you read Stephen King's book about writing?
I have. He's my favorite author.
Yes, he's very good.
He's really, really. Even if you don't like horror,
which I don't.
There are books that he's written that are not like really, really scary, that are just brilliant.
The Shining is bizarrely frightening. I mean, I think I read it when I was early teen, so that's probably why, but it is pretty frightening. I tell you what's also frightening, David, the possibility of missing the free roll, which is about to start. That's bloody terrifying.
That's actually one of Stephen King's newest books.
Missed the free roll.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
It's starting right now. Make sure you're in it. It's the 88 Poker TV special streaming free roll in the restricted section on the site. The password is ITM18FR. ITM18FR. Get involved. Play for fun, but also play for money. A share of $500 is up for grabs by you. And if we have a long show, we'll give you a shout out if you're doing well. Good luck.
We're going to have a long show. I think this is obvious for everybody. Look at this turn card. Look at this turn card. Yeah. Yeah, they are. I like leading out here. I'm not only leading out when I have a 6 here, but I'm also leading out when I have 10-9, King 10. If I pick up a heart draw, somehow I'm in there with hearts. I don't even know. Let's say I decided to call with King 9. It's just a really, really nice turn card to lead out. And by the way, I'm betting the river as well. I'm going to force my opponent to raise me. Most players aren't doing it because it's just very easy for me to have a queen here if they don't have one. I don't imagine Bambuco is going to go nuts here and turn a jack into a bluff, are they? And try to get a 6 to fold? That would be incredibly ambitious.
It would be ambitious.
Is it Zebo's theorem back in the day on 2+2? Back in the day, way back when, 2+2, there's Zebo's theorem. Players don't fold full houses.
It's a good theorem. Good theorem. And Bambook clearly knows it. How about this, David Tubman? How about we give away some $109 tickets and turn this thing up a notch?
Ooh,
yeah,
I like it. Yeah, let's start it up.
Bring up to an 11.
How many are we going to giving away? 1 or 2?
2.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Am I asking you a question? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, or I can ask you a question, whichever way you like.
I've got one.
I've got one, but it's quite relevant to what you've just been talking about.
Okay, well, why don't you do yours and I'll save mine
Is
then.
yours relevant to what you've just been talking about?
I mean, they're both relevant to what we've been talking about the first 30 minutes of our show, but it's fine. I can wait.
Okay, you can wait. So I'm going to ask David Tuchman a question. You, the viewer, become excited. You are going to guess what David Tuchman thinks the answer is. This is very important. This is what David thinks. You're trying to crawl inside David Tuchman's brain and guess what he thinks. 2 tickets up for grabs. They're $109 tickets. You can only guess one time. You can play on YouTube chat or Twitch chat, but you can only guess one time. 2 unique values must win. If 2 people are the same distance away, whoever is fastest with their value wins. David, are you ready for a question?
I am ready.
It's to do with you.
I hate that.
We're talking about shooting stars, and they're quite rare. So I'm going to go with a slightly less rare phenomena. By the time you die, so on your deathbed, how many times? I like to think about your life on this show.
I appreciate
How many
that.
times will you have seen a rainbow? By the time you die, how many times will you have seen a rainbow in real life? It's almost a beautiful question, I think.
How is this relevant to anything that's going on right now?
By the way, shooting stars, natural phenomena that. Oh, look at this! The Queen's hit. The Jacks are dead. Everyone's got Jacks and they're no good.
Yeah,
it's very relevant to shooting stars.
How many times in my life will I see a rainbow?
Yeah, by the time you die.
Oh my gosh!
What a brilliant question. Have you ever seen one?
Oh my god! Oh, I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna do math. I'm gonna do math.
I like your maths. So Ruminescu is dead. King is trying to extract value. So always the same question. Let's do some poker tips. Always the same question. What is my opponent's range? How strong are they here? How much do I think I can make? Except the king checked. You can't make anything if you check. You can also ask the question, how strong are they and how likely are they to bet given the action in the hand? And that can help you decide whether to bet yourself or not. Because obviously if it checks through and you've got a value hand, that's not necessarily too clever. How are you getting on, David?
I've answered. I'm in.
Oh, well done. We've got an all in.
We got an all in.
This could be our first elimination.
It could be. It's a flip. Oh, the ace versus the 10 versus the eights. No diamonds among either player. No 8 on the river, and the ace 10 survives. Doubles up to 19 big blinds. King still an overwhelming chip leader. This is hardly a hit to them, but you can see how big a chip lead they have. Mukanga and Dududantis really have to be careful here. It would be an absolute catastrophe for them to get knocked out at this point. How many?
No eliminations. Still no eliminations.
No, I am going to come out and say it. I don't think we're going to have one until the next break.
Wow. Well, we do. Papa Vincent does have only 7 big blinds, although they did fold ace jack pre, so maybe you're right.
We're going to have none until the next break, and then we'll have 6 in the first 11 minutes.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
Okay.
Contest will close very shortly, so get your answers in.
Good luck. 1 guess per player. How many rainbows does David Tuchman think he will have seen in his life when he dies? That's the question. Kind of thing that we all think about on a Monday night anyway, so I've just included it in the show. Think about rainbows.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, all in. Cool. Papa Vincent's going to double.
They are.
They
Papa
do.
Vincent doubles up to 16 big blinds. And for all the other short stacks out there, they are slamming their... Oh, why couldn't Jack 10 get there?
Now there are no critical stacks.
No,
Nobody's under 10 big blinds.
Right, and Night Naven, Rumenesco, Filey Borge, Bambuco, Papa Vincent, all kind of in the same exact spot. And the interesting thing about that is, while they're all in the same exact spot, the difference between 8th and 4th is like $2,200. That's a huge pay jump, considering it's a $109 buy-in tournament. And many of these players end up satelliting in, or who knows, maybe somebody's lucky enough to win one of their tickets on one of our amazing shows on this channel. By the way, this is not the only show on our Twitch channel here on 88 Poker TV. It's the best one, but it's not the only one. Right, I mean, that's duh. But there are other ones. Josh Manley takes on the community again in this week's home game. That's tomorrow. Wednesday, we've got Portugal versus Romania. Ricardo Mateus versus Andre Kolsman. Tune in for that epic battle. And then Ian Simpson and his cat are going to take over on Thursday. He'll be playing MTTs, PKOs, and undoubtedly plenty of exciting poker action with Ian Simpson and his cat.
What's his cat actually doing?
I mean, you've obviously seen his stream occasionally. He is always, whenever he's streaming, his cat's always kind of like climbing in and around him.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's got its climbing frame and yeah.
The cat's always in frame, and then out of frame, and then in cat. Yes, 2 cats. Yes, piano cat. He does have 2 cats. He might even have a third one we don't see. We're going to get some action here. We are going to, in all likelihood, get Nolan in a call. And again, it's just these are like annoying little. Oh wow!
Oh my life! We're not going to get a call.
That is a really disciplined fold from King. Very, very disciplined.
Well,
I mean,
I'm not sure.
Well, I'll come out and say it was an under the gun open, and it was a big blind shove. The big blind shove is often really polarizing, like top of the range.
It was only 12 big blinds or something.
Yeah, I mean, if you think your opponent never is doing it with a bluff, and their range is like jacks plus and ace king, ace queen, you're doing pretty poorly against that.
Yeah,
I know.
Yes, you can construct circumstances in which that is a fold. Yes. But I mean, like, I don't know. You got 105 big blinds. Go crazy. Have some fun. Let's see. Let's gamble.
Go crazy. Yeah.
I know that's not analysis, but it is what should happen.
Right. It's like page 63 of your poker book.
Yeah.
Just go crazy. Hey,
have
sometimes just go crazy. What not? Right. Who cares?
What's not to like?
You might
what's
win.
Not to like? You might win. You might win. Well, you are winning if you got 100 big blinds. You might win more.
Right. Yeah. Hi, Gregorius says, I think they're testing Nick's patience.
No. Never.
Hello, everybody in the chat. What's going on?
Did we close the contest?
Yes, it's closed, and we'll be awarding very shortly.
I'm excited to see how many rainbows you expect to see.
Well, I mean, listen, obviously, there's always interpretation of the question. I counted the rainbows I've already seen in my life.
Can I give you a hot rainbow take?
Please.
I do not like the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I find it dreary.
Wow, are you a monster?
No, I just don't like the song.
I mean, do you hate all the versions? This is not a lot of things. This is not a lot of things question, folks. But I'm going to throw this out there, Nick.
Yeah.
How many versions of Somewhere Over the Rainbow do you think there are?
I would imagine there's an absolute boatload, right? Everyone's sung it at some point, haven't they?
Everybody. I do like. There's a Hawaiian man. I can't say his last name. It's Israel.
Oh, that's the only all right one, isn't it? It's like a. It's got like a calypso vibe to it.
I don't want to say his last name without. I can't say his last name without sounding really offensive, so I'm not going to do it. But it's got a calypso lilt to it. It's beautiful.
Version, right?
It's an absolutely beautiful version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Fine. That's fine.
Okay. I mean, it's like saying do you like Oh What a Wonderful World? What is it? That song?
It's all right.
Isn't it Wonderful World? Right? Isn't that what talking about?
That is a song. That is a song. Louis Armstrong.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you're like, you're
Just for
jamming out
clarity,
to it.
if I shake your hand and you're a stranger, I'm not really saying I love you. Just for clarity, that's always bugged me about that song, and I'm worried that people get the wrong idea. If I shake your hand, I'm introducing myself to you in the British fashion. I cannot love you until I've met your family and spent several years with you. So
Several years, wow. Like the whole like I can imagine if Nick had kids and his daughter or son came to him, like they were dating somebody for 4 months and they were like, I just love him, Dad. I love him. And you're like,
You
no,
don't.
you don't. You have no idea what love is.
You have absolutely no, you don't. I'm going to save you a lot of pain. You don't.
I'm going to marry him. Oh, dear.
I doubt it.
And it probably won't last. But, hey, good luck to you, kid. I just want to point out, and those of you who are, big fans of the show, big fans of Nick Wealthall.
Look at this. King with the overbet. Interesting hand here because he's betting into a nutted hand.
Yep. Well, oh, hello.
Was betting without,
but got there.
These two have history, but this is the trips fold from before, of course.
I would love Kings to really, really go for it here. They are repping a huge hand. They're trying to get called by a big king, queen, even a 7. Although their opponents shouldn't have a 7 in their range very often here, and they go all in. They go over pot. I love this because it makes it look like they want the fold. Like, why would you do this if you had a full house? Why would you do this if you made the flush? That's the thought process on the other side of the wagon, and I kind of love it. And Mukonga lets it go.
Mukonga has no time because they spent all their time on the trips. That was rough. No time to figure that out. King just racking up chips. Would have liked to call on that one, though.
Yeah, I like it, though. I mean, I think a lot of players are like, well, bet smaller so you get called. I really like the thought process there because if I'm in Mukonga's seat, I am definitely being like, well, if you made your hand, why would you do this? Like, I can't call you because of ICM. So why would you do this? And I might have called off there with top 2. I don't know if I find the fold.
Squeeze all in from File Borge here.
Yeah, this is a call. I think with 7s, I mean, there's too much in the pot now. I mean, there's 20 big blinds in the pot. It's 12 big blinds to call. Your opponent's going to have this kind of hand sometimes. They're also going to have just overs, ace king, ace queen, those kind of hands. You have to call here with 7s. That doesn't mean they will. They do. 7s versus 4s. Could we get an elimination?
We could.
We do. Look at that. 43 minutes in. I was wrong.
Oh, yeah. You said the whole level. Yeah. Still quite a long time for our first elimination. Sorry, it's you, File Borge. Had to be someone.
Yep. It does have to be somebody. Dudu Adontis picks up a little bit of an extra $44 in bounties. File Borge out in 8th place. They racked up a pretty good day, though. They had nearly $700 in bounties, another $750 for 8th place. So all in, about $1,450. By the way, they actually won the 100K Mystery Bounty main event in late July. I knew I recognized their name. So they were here just a few weeks ago winning this event. They won $9,300. So back-to-back months for the final table in our featured event here for File Borge.
Nice. Speaking of giving away tickets,
let's do it.
We weren't, but I asked you, David Tutman, this question, a brilliant question. Everyone agreed. When you die, how many times would you have seen a rainbow in real life? What's your answer, and how do you come up with it?
Well, I added up all the rainbows I've seen in my life. Okay.
Very good.
Right. Now, I live in California, so I don't see a ton of rainbows now, but I didn't always live in California. I used to live in New York, where it does rain a lot. I also go up to upstate New York every summer, and I'm on a lake with my wife's family. We often get you'll get a shower and then sun. And if it rains and then sun comes out. You're
racking up the rainbows up there. Right. That's what you're saying.
Rain, sun, you get rainbow. So we get a lot on the lake, and I'm up there 2 weeks every summer. So I added it up, and I predicted that I would see about 4 rainbows a year. My grandfather lived to 99 years old, so I gave myself the same.
Okay.
I figured the first 3 years of my life, I might have seen them, but I wouldn't know what it was, and I wouldn't be able to recognize it. So I'm dismissing those years. So I did the math. The math is, I think just undeniable.
Inarguable.
Exactly.
It's inarguable, the math.
384 is the answer.
384 is the exact right answer, David Tushman. That is how many rainbows you think you will have seen the day you die. Well done to you, and well done if you were in the ballpark. Actually, right in the middle of the ballpark, in the strike zone, this analogy doesn't stand up, was Balabanu. Balabanu, you've won a $109 ticket with your guess of 377 rainbows. And the other $109 ticket goes to Buwiki. Buwiki said 400. You get a $109 ticket. If your name is not Buwiki or Balabanu, don't cry, because there are many other chances to win $109 tickets tonight.
Berbera Ace says 5 per year times 99 is only roughly 384. Berber, your math is really bad.
Also, we were lying about the maths. It's not actually relevant. No one cares. It's literally just whatever David thinks. It's
whatever I think. But I did actually say I was like 4 rainbows a year.
Yeah.
I'm going to live to 99 is the same as my grandfather. Right. And, I figured year 1 and year 2, you're just a babbling idiot. You have no idea what you're looking at. So there you go. And maybe year 99, I'll also be a babbling idiot and not know my eyes won't work. Who knows? But hopefully they do.
Well, you might be on so much medication you're seeing rainbows every half hour.
Good point. There you go. I don't see that many rainbows here, but once in a while you get one out here. Well, there you go. If you did not win a ticket, don't worry. We have 5 more to give away during the show. I just want to put in perspective the tickets that we're giving away.
Yeah.
If you win a ticket today, or any of these shows that we do, any Monday or Tuesday that we have a show, if you win one of these tickets, you can literally enter this tournament, right? You can enter a $100,000 mystery bounty main event tournament with that ticket. You could, in theory, turn that $109 ticket you got for free into thousands of dollars.
It's been done many times.
QVI turned one of our tickets into $40K.
You won't do that.
Not on this show. Not on this one.
You won't, you won't do that. Like one person's done it ever. So
okay, fair enough.
Shake your expectations.
My gosh.
You could turn it into thousands, but you won't turn it into 40,000.
Imagine Nick going to a school and little kids are like, I want to be an astronaut. Probably not going to happen.
Astronauts, absolutely top 1000th percentile of the population and scientific ability for a start point. That's before you get into the physical qualifications and the aptitude for the discipline. So what are your chances? You're playing with Play-Doh. It's probably not happening, is it?
Right. You look at little Johnny, you're playing with Play-Doh and you're already wearing glasses, kid.
Yeah.
Have you thought of being an accountant? It's a noble profession.
Variety of promising careers in the actuarial profession. Pays absolutely fine. You won't be blasted into space, but...
Right. You're less risky now. Right?
Less risky.
No doubt. QVI, without a doubt, the chat legend, and also our legend of turning our tickets into a lot of money.
There you go. I Gregorius says they turned it into $3,000. Much more realistic. You could definitely get on our tickets and turn it into $3,000. That can be done, has been done multiple times.
I'm going to get my calculator. I just want to know what the ROI is. So if you win a ticket for free on our show, right? And you turn it into $3,000. The ROI is anybody? Bueller? It's infinite.
Yeah. A billion.
A lot.
What's bigger, infinite or a billion?
Infinite.
Yeah. It's infinite.
Fun question I saw, by the way, as we hurtle toward our first break. Fun question I saw on, I don't know, whatever it was, but who cares? But the question was very simple. It was, would you rather take $1 million or a penny on day 1 of a month, and then we double it every single day until the end of the month?
What am I going to do with all those pennies is what I'm immediately thinking.
Right. Yeah.
That's a
It's a lot of
logistical
pennies.
nightmare. I know you're asking the question because the pennies is going to be a bigger total by some distance. Oh, all in and a call.
Oh, hello. Sevens could be out. Bambuco looking for help. Does not get there. Deuce of Hearts on the river. Mukonga wins a monster pot. This is a 31 big blind pot. Mukonga back up to 49 big blinds. Bambuco has been bamboogoed. They are out in 7th place. Mukonga picks up $200 extra. Nice job by them. And unfortunately for Bambuco, who came into this final table 4th in chips, they are gone in 7th. Have a really nice day, though. With the bounties and the 7th place money, they've earned themselves over $3,000.
I was just thinking, if the you're going to reveal what the pennies add up to, obviously it's going to be some enormous figure because 30.
Right. It's not a fun question for any. It's not going to be a fun question for anybody in math or anybody like you.
If that was in real life and I had to actually take the penny somewhere to get it doubled, I would give up about halfway through the month.
Like, I can't. Like,
I know this is going to make me one of the richest men in the world, but I can't be asked with all
somebody's just bringing you wheelbarrows of pennies. Well, that's the funny thing. If I changed it up and I said, okay, you can either get a penny a day, we'll double it each day for a whole month, or you can get $1 million. But I said, but the pennies are being delivered in wheelbarrow and you have to roll them.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's easy just to bang the milli, isn't it?
Yeah, whatever. $1 million's fine. Whatever. It's funny though because it's a good question for kids because a lot of them, they don't get it.
Oh God, penny is not a keyword. Penny is not a keyword. Numbskulls. Penny is not a keyword. Watch with the sound on.
It's funny how people just. If I just say some random word, they just latch onto it.
Right. The next person to say penny in chat is not winning a ticket tonight.
Yeah. There you go.
You're banned. You're banned if you say penny in chat from now.
Ooh. Oh gosh.
Try it. Somebody's
going to try it.
Oh, bad luck to several of them.
They're not listening to you.
Rodrigo cannot win a ticket tonight, unfortunately.
You've wound them up.
Harry Poker cannot win a ticket tonight. Winning Kathy is funny. Doc Matouche is also funny. Jamie is also funny. That's the summary from the chat, David.
By the way, XP Victor pointing out that 31 days, if it was a 31-day month and you had a penny on day one and you doubled it every single day, by the end of 31 days, the result would be $10.7 million, which is significantly better than the 1 million.
But it's a billion pennies, isn't it?
It's just too many pennies.
What
it's too many pennies.
Imagine going, yes, I can finally get the Rolls Royce I've always wanted. Now, just stay there.
We've got an all-in and a call, but it's ace-10 versus ace-10. What do you do with it? Oh. I mean, it would take a lifetime just to roll the pennies. Although you could probably spend half the money, or not even half. You could probably spend 10% of that money and pay somebody to roll for you.
You'd have to do that, wouldn't you? You'd have to have a certain fraction of your pennies would need to be offset for the managing of the pennies. Yeah,
I would just say, like, listen, I will. You will get 7.4% of whatever you roll. Go. If you want to roll them all, you'll make $740,000. Buji says you could buy a machine to roll them. Easy. Oh, there's machines that do that? That makes sense.
That does make sense.
I can't imagine. Yeah, banks don't have people in the back rolling, do they? Okay, good point, Buji. Technology is amazing.
Stop talking about the pennies. This is the kind of magical content that you only get on this poker stream.
I mean, would you rather me say, well, Mukonga has chips. They bet the ace high. They get the fold. Yes. And look at that. They just won a 3 big blind pot. Trust me, guys. We would love to talk about the poker. And when the poker is relevant, it's right in front of us. We do talk about it.
Jack Rays is funny. It's not a keyword.
Still not a keyword. It is still not a keyword. 6 players remain out of a starting field of nearly 1,000.
Slow
188
first
players
hour,
made the money.
really.
Yeah, but
There's
really
a
entertaining.
chart. Yeah.
Oh, we get another. Wait, hold on. We get another elimination here. Set of 5s turns into 5s over queens, and that is an elimination. Knight and Avon, unlucky for them. They are gone in 6th place. Take a look at the bounty. Dudodontis picks up an extra $44. Knight and Avon, who came into this final table as our short stack, does ladder up to 6th place. All in, they'll take home about $2,100. So well done for Knight and Avon. And we're down to 5. By the way, Papa Vincent, who had no chips early on, has laddered up to 5th.
Yeah, they've never had any chips, have they?
Never.
And look at them go. They had no chips and it was worth $750. And they've got no chips now and it's worth just under $2,000.
Well, with that, we are going to go to a break. When we come back, 5-handed play, more giveaways, and of course, we'll talk about that free roll.
I think they all do a wonderful job putting the series on year in, year out. Nowhere else in the world is anybody handling a 25,000 person event as easily as they have, you know?
What's up, 8-8 Ride peeps? How are you? We've got another one in for you. It is the one and only Matt Berkey. He's not a tournament player per se, but guy has over $4 million in lifetime earnings. He's a personality. I guess was a podcast host, and today he is our guest here on 8-8 Ride. I hope you guys enjoy it. What's up, my man?
Same old shit, man. Different day.
Yeah. So I alluded to the fact you're not a tournament player. We all know you're a live cash game player, and you know I come from those streets, and I certainly can appreciate it. But you know my lifetime tournament earnings are $150,000.
Right.
Okay. I'm a cash game player.
Yeah.
You're a cash game player, and your lifetime tournament earnings are over $4 million.
Well, there's an outlier there. I cashed for 1.1 in a single event.
There's still another $3 million, dude.
Yeah. Look, you grew up mostly in the LA scene, I assume?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so you had a plethora of cash to choose from.
Right.
I started grinding on the East Coast and worked my way west. So, like, for the first 10 years of my career, you just chased EV. Played tournaments, you play cash, you play everything, you know what I mean? But the last 5 to 6 years, I would say, especially since I've gotten more privy to the high stakes scene, I think tournament players and tournaments in general have just matured in a way that you need to be studying, you need to be trying, you need a wide breadth of knowledge, and I have a very singular focus, I would say, being deep stack cash.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, the days of me making WSOP final tables and playing 50 events in the schedule, like, they're gone.
Isn't it funny how back in the day, and I remember having Jesse Sylvia on my podcast way back when he made the final table, and there was a stigma like tournament donks.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you're good at one thing, cool. Yeah. Cash game players have to be good at so many different things, and here you're saying like, no, if you want to be good at tournaments, you have to be good at an array of things, and cash game is kind of singular.
Yeah,
it's the opposite.
I think that there's been a lot of debate about this, and I would say most people having the conversation are just totally missing the mark, in the sense that it's not one or the other. Like, both players in both realms are very specific to the skill sets, and you know, I like to compare it to linear versus vertical. You know, like, as a cash game player, you have, I don't want to use the word singular, but it's like it's a very deep, in-depth study of a pretty structured thing. You know, you're gonna play pre-flop at certain depths, you're gonna play flop turns and rivers at different SPRs, whatever. But you have to get good at all the things that come with playing, you know, river spots where the SPR is.
SPR, by the way, is stack to pot ratio, everybody.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's good, it's good.
But you know, where you're like 4 pots deep versus like 40 pots deep.
Yeah, totally.
And that's a big difference.
But I guess in a cash game, though, for the most part, obviously you get some variation, but for the most part, you know, we're somewhere between 80 big blinds and 450 big blinds deep. You know, you're not dealing with like, oh, there's a 22 big blind stack. Correct. There's a 60 big blind stack. Oh, there's a pay jump.
Yeah, and I think all this shows in like when the Squid Game format came out, because it creates a bit of a tournament dynamic. There's a lot of varying stacks. People go broke, they rebuy for the minimum. And to be quite frank, cash game players, at least early on, were awful at adjusting to Squid. And with tournament players, it's not that they're not great poker players. They absolutely are. But they have a breadth of knowledge. They know what to do off of 5 blinds, 10 blinds, 12 blinds, and the varying different formations that can accumulate at the any juncture, right? For us, it's just like very static, but there's a lot of options.
Right.
The tree really branches at depth.
I mean,
So,
I've always pointed that out in like the main event where I'm like, I feel like cash game players have a distinct advantage. Maybe an advantage isn't the right word, but they're in their comfort zone days 1, 2, and 3.
yeah.
And then by the time, if you do make it, if you get past the landmines and you make it in day 4 and day 5, where the average stack is 35, 40 big blinds, suddenly, if you're not well versed in that, you suddenly are taking the worst of it.
Well, especially if you believe in the ICM model at all.
Right.
You could still be playing like really good poker at 50 bigs effective as a cash game guy, but you could be torching it according to the model,
Yeah, absolutely. And
And I don't want to waste my time learning. all that shit.
No. We can go down that. Listen, I mean, we can go down that rabbit hole. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
You and I have had many conversations. I've had you on my other podcast called Under the Gun, where we got into it deep. And to this day, by the way, and I had over 200 podcasts. One of my favorite ones.
Oh,
Because you were just so real, and you laid it out there, and
that was one of my first ones.
yeah. Well, I feel like your story is, it's so poignant and so honest, and I just think about how you grew up and all the tough times you had to go through and the adversity you had to overcome to achieve what you've achieved. It is pretty amazing.
Thank you.
But anyway, I digress. I wanted to move on here. So there was a point, though, like 2010, you
Yep.
made a deep run in the main event.
Yep.
Like mid-2000s, you win an ARIA super high roller. There was a point where it looked like you might be the next great tournament guy.
Well, I think that might just be a little.
Hello and welcome back to Magic Monday. We are through the first hour of our show, into our second hour. We've lost 3 players. 5 remain, all looking for that first place prize of nearly $7,500. That's in addition to whatever bounties they've already locked up. King, our overwhelming chip leader, but he's given some of that back. He's at 73 big blinds due to Dantas on 54. Has opened it up from the button with 7s. Mukonga with ace-queen. Got to imagine Mukonga would normally be 3-betting the spot, but decides to play it a little bit more cautiously against the chip leader. Don't think you can fold just yet, and they do make the call. Not much going on here. Free roll, by the way, is currently going on, but registration is still open. You can get in on the action for a few more minutes. Password is ITM18FR. Once again, that's ITM18FR. Goes for in the money 18 France.
That's correct. This free roll is sponsored by France.
Mukonga now.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
Yeah, he's kind of got showdown value with ace high. I mean, he's trying to get a pair to fold, and we'll see if it works. I mean, King's got to decide. Getting about 3-1. Hearts missed. Yep, it's not going to work.
Yeah, King has basically held over Mukonga and
Every way.
Yeah. And that can be kind of dispiriting. You just got to keep playing, trying to make good decisions. Ultimately, you're out of position in Mukonga's seat with King. You're out of position to an aggressive player who's got a lot of chips. So, life is tough in that spot. You probably want to just be trying to minimize your exposure. Let's put it that way.
It's interesting. I've had some students of mine ask me about that. They're like, well, I just can't beat that guy, and there's one guy at the table, whether it's a cash game or a tournament. And the great thing about poker is, unless you're playing really shorthanded or unless you're playing heads up, right, you don't need to beat that guy. I mean, normally you're playing 8-handed, 7-handed, sometimes 9-handed. You don't need to beat that guy. In fact, the first thing I often do when I sit down at the table is figure out, where can I make my chips from? Who am I going to make them from? And, who am I trying to avoid, if there is somebody to avoid? Once
I
again,
think
Nick
in tournament-
Wealthall. Sorry, go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry.
No, please.
Well, I was just going to say, I think in tournaments you don't have as much flexibility with that stuff as you do in cash games. But you do have some, and you can also, pot control a bit more against opponents who have shown a tendency to be very aggressive and who cover you in chips. So you can do that. It's harder to just miss out hands, isn't it? It's harder to, like in a cash game, you can literally, if there's one pro at a table, you can literally not play against them.
Yeah, I mean, you could, right.
And you
I
can't
mean, I
in
guess
tournaments, really.
No. I mean, I guess my thought would be that in close situations, I mean, let's say I'm defending 65% of my range in the big blind against certain players. Maybe I'm only defending 45% of my range or 50% of my range against the top player, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
That kind of adjustment that I'll be making. I'm not completely avoiding a player, but
agree.
So Nick Wealthall, David Tuckman here for 888 Poker. It is Magic Monday. 5 players remain. We've already given away 2 $109 tickets. If you won, awesome for you. If you didn't win, still awesome for you because we're giving away 5 more during our show. Well, 3 during the show, 2 after the show with the Wheel of Justice spin. Free roll registration is closing now. Run, don't walk. Get in there. We've got an all-in and a call. 10s versus ace-5. A jack or an ace. The 9, not good. And Papa Vincent
won't die.
No. I imagine Papa Vincent is just sitting there making pizza while they're playing this.
Is Papa John's good pizza?
No, that's terrible pizza. But
Okay.
there was a pizzeria in New York where I grew up called Vincent's that made delicious pizza. But that was just a one-off family-owned pizzeria in New York. So you'd expect it to be good. Papa John's? No.
I see.
I am staunchly opposed to like franchise pizza, like Domino's, Pizza Hut, Pizza John, like Papa John's. It's just like, just go eat cardboard. Terrible.
Go eat cardboard.
It's
Wow.
basically cardboard with sauce. I mean, I literally built right behind me, right there, in my backyard. I built a brick oven pizzeria, so I never have to deal with it.
That's the most New York thing about you, isn't it?
Oh, very much so. Good pizza. I mean, the Chicago pizza is weird. Have you ever had deep dish Chicago pizza?
Probably. What do you mean, just like thick?
No, it's like a pie. It's
Right.
like, imagine like a pie, like an apple pie, but it is pizza. It's ridiculous. And people from Chicago will swear by it. And I'm just like, this is terrible. I don't know. I'm very New York with this. Like, give me the beautiful, kind of crispy, flat, thin.
All right, David. This is an interesting check raise from King.
Sorry, I'm getting into pizza now.
Pizza chat. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
very passionate.
I see that. Look at this check raise.
No, it's nice. Oh, and Dudu Dantas.
And
like
with
this
the
play.
ace king, right? But
Still very
King's
risky, though.
making a very unusual 3-bet.
Yeah, I mean, attacking the medium stack, it just goes. It's just smart.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think King is very seriously going, okay, Mukonga's my dance partner. Dudu Dantas, maybe not.
Slightly different experience, it looks like.
Yeah, very much so. Well, if anybody makes a move here, they're not going to like it, and Papa Vincent might, and they do. Can't blame them. Ace-7 against the chip leader, and they are in bad shape. They need running cards. A 6?
Oh, chance.
6 one time? No.
Oh, Papa Vincent, surely not. How can it be over?
It's over.
Ah.
Just like that. Papa Vincent, how much are they worth to King? Another $44 in King's pocket. Papa Vincent, though, not a bad day at all. They picked up $1,100 in bounties, and they laddered up to 5th place, which is 1970. So all in, we're looking at over a $3,000 day for Papa Vincent. Well done, them. That's their. They have 2 first places this year already, and they had a final table here. So they've had a good 2025, Papa Vincent. And we are 4-handed. The remaining 4 players, all guaranteed $2,940, which can buy you a lot of pizza.
Really can. Huge returns on $109 buy-in tournament. Less if you satellite, of course. Runs most weeks on 888. Get involved.
We could get some action here. I mean, ace 10, 2 players with the ace 10, and Dudodontas with 8s. See if they want to be aggressive here. Mukanga and Ruminesco, the short stacks, neither one particularly short, though. Just a call with the ace 10. Nice flop here for Dudodontas. '88 Live London around the corner, everybody. How many of you in the chat are playing? Talked about it last week. I know Eastie's going to play. I know Ian Simpson will, of course, be there.
Nice.
Yeah, the main event is 1,100 sterling, 1,100 pounds.
Yeah, it's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice price point, I think.
I think it's a little big. We'll see.
How many buy-ins will Ian Simpson do?
He usually does about 3, but then wins the whole thing, doesn't he? So
Right. It works out okay for him.
Works out.
Third diamond for King 2309 gets out of the way. Not much going on here for Mukanga. And I imagine the hand will be over now. No, check back. Don't think this is a bluff that will work if Mukanga bets.
Yeah, Dudodontas with the sort of multi-purpose check back where you pot control, but you also induce some bluffs.
Wow.
Slightly surprised not to see a bet on the end.
Yeah, me too.
I guess they're asking what they're getting paid by in that spot, but
I mean, listen, you and I are both, we come from the school of, value bet and worry, let them worry what they're going to call you with. I mean, I think in No Limit Hold'em, it's certainly appropriate to kind of figure out what your opponent's going to call you with. But I think when you check back the turn, you can get called by, any pair, maybe even ace king, ace queen type hands.
yeah, I definitely think it's worth it. And you're getting check raised there so rarely that it probably is a good spot.
Yeah, the check raise just doesn't make much sense when Mukanga checks the turn and checks the river. Nonetheless, though, they went check. Dudodontas, by the way, now at the 65 big blinds, they have really put some distance between them and the short stacks. We will do a free roll call for you in a little bit. See how you guys are getting on. Registration is closed on that event. Good luck to all of you who are playing. A lot of pressure. Our chatters crush the free roll week in and week out. Pair 4s for Dudodontas. Bougie says, I hate when I shove on a maniac and he has the nuts. That's something that's so hard for people to wrap their head around. That the guy who plays tons of hands and is maniacal at the table also picks up their fair share of premiums. And it's really, really tough for the rest of us to kind of wrap our head around the fine where it's like, how unlucky I am when I shove and they happen to have ace king or aces or kings or something like that. So annoying. Have you decided, by the way, if you're going to play 888 Live London?
Do you know, I was just thinking, I haven't actually looked at it when you were talking about it. So I'm not sure. I'd like to play something. It depends on my schedule. And it depends what events they have. I don't think I'll play the main because it's, obviously I'd go all the way. And it's really long, isn't it?
Well, let me know. I'm happy to buy a piece of you. I've already said that.
I appreciate that, David. I appreciate the show of faith. I wouldn't go into an event unless I was, committed to the whole deal.
Yeah. Good point. You wouldn't pull the Phil Hellmuth and be like, it's just, what's this 10-day thing? It's just too long.
I would just get tired.
Says the guy who gets eliminated on day one every year. Pair of queens for Romanesco. Dude, Dantas to the pair of ends.
Until he said that and you pointed out, I didn't realize he had such a disastrous record in recent times.
Yeah, well, the field has gotten tougher.
Right.
It's still a great tournament, and there's still a ton of dead money in there. But I think the players have gotten better. And, it's not a coincidence that Phil Hellmuth's last 4 bracelets are all in mixed games. Somebody in the chat can do the research and let us know. When was the last of Phil Hellmuth's last 5 bracelets? What are they in? And when was the last No Limit Hold'em bracelet he's won? I bet it's been a while.
No Limit Hold'em, it is a while. Yeah, like as in a very long while. It wouldn't be in the last decade, I don't think.
I think he won one in Europe maybe 11 years ago or 10 years ago.
Okay. I don't know about outside the main thing.
But even then, you're talking nothing in the last 5-6 years. He's won a bunch of Raz and stuff like that. Duda Dantas, by the way, was behind, gets lucky on the river. Romanesco value betting with a queen. And now Duda Dantas is just deciding, do they want to raise or just call? I don't think they're ever folding this. There you go. Okay, so he won the main event World Series Book of Europe in 2012. That's still 13 years ago. The game has really changed in 13 years. Is that the last one, Pashka? Thank you very much for your research, by the way. BB Brent says he won a Turbo No Limit last year. That doesn't count.
A turbo?
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Or they give bracelet.
They give bracelets for everything these days. A monkey could win a turbo. That doesn't mean anything.
Monkey could win a turbo.
PB Brent, what was it? Randy Tigger says, Pizza Talk with DT. Listen, we give you everything on the show. It's not just poker. It's a lot of poker, but we'll talk about rainbows, Stephen King.
Whether you want it or not.
It's just like one of those amazing podcasts where we cover pretty much everything. 2 guys with lots of time on their hands.
It's true.
Jamie Pugh says, what kind of a monkey? I recently found out that chimpanzees are not monkeys.
What is a monkey?
The difference is a chimpanzee has a tail. Monkeys don't have tails. I think that was that's what the person at the zoo told me. I think that was a distinguishing factor, the distinguishing feature.
Monkeys have a tail.
No, monkeys don't have a tail.
Monkeys don't have a tail.
Chimpanzees do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, the chimps have a tail.
No, it doesn't.
One of them have a tail, one doesn't.
Yeah, monkeys have a tail. Chimps don't have a tail.
With that, I'm going to look this up. Now I'm curious. You cover the thing.
Monkeys have tails. Chimps don't have tails. But I still don't know what the difference is, as in why they're a different classification of animal. Covering the thing, and the thing is the 100K Mystery Bounty main event from 888. Great to be with you, Nick and David, bringing the action on a Magic Monday, 4-handed. One of these players will be taking home the $7,355 first prize and the bragging rights and the status, and they'll do it live on stream. But also, we've still got 3 $109 tickets to give away, huge tickets, not entry to 109, but 3 $109. And at the end of all this, we'll spin the wheel of poker justice, the most exciting 3 minutes of poker media entertainment today. Disclaimer, there is no disclaimer. What I said is just factually true.
There we go. Chimpanzees do not have tails, but they are part of the great ape family, like other great apes, including humans, orangutans, gorillas. They lack tails. They have evolved to get rid of their tail. Okay, there you go. More education. Look at that. Pair of fours and a flush draw. The flush draw does not get there. The straight draw does not get there. The pair of fours are best.
Mastermind says, I used my $109 ticket last night on a PKO game. I'm now $605 richer. It could be you. Congrats, Mastermind.
That is amazing, Mastermind. That's just so cool. Like, you didn't have $605, and now you do.
And one more time, David, what is the ROI there for Mastermind on that transaction? They played one of our games. They received a $109 ticket. They turned it into $605. The ROI is
infinite.
Beat that.
Yeah, that's good. It's really good if you weren't sure. Four-handed poker here. Everybody guaranteed just under $3,000. I love it. We still have 3 $109 tickets to give away during our show and then 2 more after our show. The mayor of Tickettown will let us know when we're giving them away.
I will.
Okay.
I'm all over it.
I know.
Don't worry about a thing. All you got to worry about is entertaining the folks.
Yeah, I listen, when you're not here, the entertaining part, I feel like I can handle it. Mm-hmm. But the ticket giveaway part, I really do panic.
Yeah. No, it is an art.
Yeah. Do you work on it?
Of course.
Or is it just natural?
No, I work on it. I use AI. After every show, I put in where we give away the tickets, how long the show was, ask it to critique my spacing, and give it optimal distribution curve for next time. So it's a constantly refined process. I like to think we're getting close to perfection, but obviously we'll never quite get there.
I hope you all at home appreciate the dedication and work that our good man Nick Wealthall puts into the show for you at home.
I don't need that, David. I don't do it. I don't do it for the applause. I just want us to be the best show we can be, you know.
That's beautiful. It just really is beautiful. Top pair for Judadontis, who, by the way, if they win this hand, and they have the best hand right now, will be our new chip leader. Exactly. Look at that. Poker, guys. For those of you who are here for the poker, I feel like the poker analysis is, well, we're giving as much analysis as we normally do. The shows are just longer. So we have a choice. We can do more poker analysis. Nobody wants that. Or we can talk nonsense. There you go. Jack 10 is good here. Does King 2309 turn their deuces into a bluff, or do they just check and hope to get the showdown? See if Judadontis wants to go for a little bit of value. We've seen them check back the eights. Now they check back the Jack 10. They are now our new chip leader on 77 big blinds. Rumenesco and Mukonga whittling down into the teens.
Yeah, interesting to see if one of these short stacks can make a comeback. I think Rumenesco and Mukonga have both been a little bit on the tighter side, which does make it a bit harder to get back into, especially against 2 competent big stacks.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mukonga there with 8-5 of diamonds, that's kind of a hand you could probably just shove in the small blind, force Judadontis to actually pick up a hand to call with. Without a big bounty left, that's something you've got to be cognizant of. If you see that there's no big bounty left, you can shove the small blind there and just realize that the player in the big blind is not going to call you light. They've got to actually have something. And when they do call you, 8-5 of diamonds is going to do pretty well. See if Mukonga kind of wants to just bet here and take it down. They likely have the best hand. And they're going to put one big blind in the pot. Probably enough to take it down. Unless Judadontis wants to get aggressive. And they do not. I mean, the pay jump between fourth and third is actually pretty significant. I mean, you're looking at $1,300. So it does make sense for one of Mukonga or for Rumenesco to be aggressive in spots and see if they can kind of put a little bit of distance between themselves and the next up player. We got an action flop here. Open-ended.
Yeah, they can battle here. Although with these two, usually it's kind of a quiet war. is my guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're incentivized to play a bigger pot against the other short stack, as opposed to playing a bigger pot against one of the bigger stacks. I am very, very happy to check raise all in here, and Rumenesco agrees with me. There's the call.
here we
We
go.
do get action. A king or an 8, not going to happen. The jack, good enough. A full double up for Rumenesco. Mukanga unlucky. Down the 4 big blinds.
Yeah, it kind of it sucks to get shoved on if you're Makonga there, but once you've bet, you're committed, I think. And now they are very tiny, David. 3.9 big blinds is not as many big blinds as you should try and have in the poker tournament.
This is great. FenFop has, in a Stephen King voice, worked in the free roll, which is kind of awesome. I like it. I like it, FenFop.
Nice.
Does anyone else have that dream where you are running away from a hooded, cloaked figure? Oh, we got an all-in and a call. Ace-4 versus deuces. Will the deuces survive? They will. Look at that. Mukanga back up to 8 big lines. Well done, FenFop. I like it.
Makonga probably deserved to win one there. They've been unlucky to have to battle King a lot at this final table, but they need another one. Still under 8 big blinds.
Yeah. They might just fold this, I would assume. XP Victor just dreams about the free ticket. Don't we all? Some people dream about beautiful people. Mm-hmm. Some people dream about their family, and others,
Pizza.
dare I say, more intelligent people, dream about free tickets.
That's true. But you dream about pizza.
I do dream about pizza. Have you ever had a poker dream?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Several.
I mean, when I was playing a lot, I would have so many. It was just ridiculous.
If I was playing a lot, I couldn't get hands out of my head as I tried to go to sleep.
Just drives you nuts.
Yeah.
Did you have a way to kind of like settle down, like after playing poker and you're like sitting there and you're thinking, you're replaying the hands in your head? Was there a way that you could kind of settle down so you could kind of go to bed?
Yeah, about half a bottle of whiskey usually. Pretty chilled out after that. No, although I did always have to do something else. So even if I finished at like 4 a.m, I'd have to do something else before I could go to sleep. So like watch TV or read or see if there was any pornography on the internet, that kind of thing. But I always had to do something else before immediately going to sleep because you're too like focused and in it, aren't you? Like your brain is like maximally engaged, even if it's tired.
All in a call here. Oh, a 9 or a 5. This should be so dirty. It is a 9. Oh, wow. Jacks suck. Okay, can we just all come out and say Jacks suck? I mean, they're terrible.
Losing with Jacks against to 10-6 offsuit is really, really disgusting, by the way.
I mean, come on. Like,
That's horrible.
Just Jacks. Mukanga. I mean, listen, it was likely that you were going to be out next, but to be out with Jacks like that, that's dirty. Mukanga, by the way, came into this final table third in chips. They picked up over $900 in bounties. They won another $2,900. So nearly a $4,000 day for Mukanga. Well done to them. By the way, they subscribe to your theory. They love playing satellites to high-stake events. In fact, they've won several tickets to $525 buy-ins.
Smart
Yeah.
dude.
They are a satellite king.
It's the way to do it. If you want to play tournaments, you should be playing satellites.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
It's true for lots of reasons.
2018 was when cannabis became illegal in California. And maybe it's coincidence, but right around then, I found it was much, much easier to go to bed after a poker session.
No one knows why.
Weird.
I do know, in all seriousness, like a couple of poker players who have had a little bit of a problem with that, in that they'd need some sort of medication to go to sleep because you're so wired. Like imagine because obviously the games are really good late at night. Like people play worse. You know, you have, a lot of opportunity, both live and online. And even if you're like, say you're at home and you're playing 4 tabling, 6 tabling, 8 tabling, whatever it is, your brain is on maximum like focus and like working super hard. And then you just stop. It's very hard to go to sleep.
Right. Imagine it's like you've got this like factory and it's just going. All the pistons are firing, everything's going, and you just go, okay, turn off, go to bed. No, that doesn't. It doesn't. It's really, really hard to do that. And I speak about it. We talk about the World Series of Poker main event or 88 Live London, which is coming up. The ability at the end of a long day to then just go to bed because you have to come back the next day to play. As a cash game player. You know what? If I don't get a great night's sleep, no big deal. Right. I can take the next day off.
Yeah.
But being a tournament player, if you're playing one of those long events, it's really, really hard. And it's so important to get your sleep.
Definitely a big part of the challenge. And as we often say when we're commentating big final tables, the real challenge of tournaments is you actually have to play your best at the end when you are most tired.
Yeah.
So it's not easy.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's one thing I actually tell people when people always say, hey, Tuck, what day do you think is the best to play like the World Series of Poker main event? And I would say the same thing for 88 Live, like which day, day 1A, day 1B. And I always point out, to me, it's, depending on if you're one of those people who goes to bed well or not, I like how many days off can I get, right? How can I factor it in so I can get the most days off?
Right. Yeah, that's good.
Between my sessions.
Shall we have a free roll call? I would like to know who's still in.
Listen, we know we're crushing. We know we're going to do it. But yeah, let's find out who's crushing today in the free roll call. Let's do it.
Last time I was on a couple of weeks ago, we had many people in the top 20 or 30. It was awesome.
Yeah, I think somebody finished. I forget who it was, and I apologize. Somebody finished like 4th that one.
Nice. Leo Guy gets 64. Sleepy. Hi, Sleepy. The odds 105th. Boxwaxer 17th. Go on, Boxwaxer. Few Busto, not now. Gurika, Mo Shark, Don Variance, unlucky. Larry Tor and Fox Force, unlucky. Pakshar's in 44th. For the rank and Quantum Criminal still in. Nort is in 34th. Scuddy got unlucky. Bad luck. Atos and Babuin still in. Jedimonus needs a double up. We'll get you one of those. Quantum Criminals in. Good luck, everybody, if you're still in. Keep killing it.
Yeah, go. We're still pretty deep. Dudodontis, King 2309 are...
They're really deep, yeah.
Yeah, this could go on for a while. So, maybe I'm pretty sure we'll get into the money in the free roll. And who knows, maybe we'll even get to the final table or so. Having a good time here on Magic Monday, as always. Scheduling, we will be back next Monday once again. We'll continue to roll along. Our Tuesday shows are always when there's a kind of big event like the XL Series or something like that. So Rumenesco, what's the strategy here when you have no chips? Relative to your opponent still, but nobody else has. You're in a situation now, you're three-handed, you've locked up, $4,200. You understand, you're going to have to get lucky.
Yes.
Are you more apt to gamble at this point? Just kind of being like, you know what? Listen, I'm getting it in.
I know, but you can actually just play pure poker, can't you? You can play pure in a vacuum push fold because, there's no ICM.
Right.
Because you are the shortest stack. And so unless the other two are a bit nutty and are going to war and stuff like that, which they usually won't, you're really just trying to find good hands and hope you get a double up at some point, and then you can start playing some poker.
I think I mean, I have to have some really, really strong. Ooh, ace on the turn. This could be a little expensive for Judy Dantas. Three-handed. You've got top pair. You got to love it. And King 2309. He's got two pair. Could have bet. Judy Dantas not going to go anywhere, I imagine. They make the call. Heart on the river. I don't know how relevant that is, but depending on your sizing, maybe you can get away from ace three. No, they're going to call this sizing though. Half pot. It's just flick it in. Let's see what you got type situation.
Yeah, 3-1 with top pair is not rocket science, is it?
Not really. Yeah, I mean, if King had gone a little bit bigger, you could start to think about it. But I think at this point you can't. And King back in the chip lead with 70 big blinds due to Dantas on 56. I was going to say, I have seen the old, well, yeah, I'm short stacked, but I'm going to maybe I can ladder up one more time. I think that's often kind of like overrated. Like we've seen the Joseph Chung Duhamel hand, right, way back when. And every once in a while, you get a couple of maniacs who are really happy to gamble, and you can squeak into second place with a short stack. It just doesn't happen very often.
I mean,
it certainly doesn't happen often enough.
If you think about, yeah, you're right. You think about the final tables that we watch one a week minimum with this show. We almost never see it.
Yeah.
You almost never see like two big stacks going crazy against each other. It's super rare.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that hope where like, well, one guy can have aces and one guy can have queens, and they just get it in, and I could ladder up. Yeah, but that's like 1 in like 20, maybe less, maybe 1 in 40. Quads, by the way, here for Judy Dantas.
Quad is a winning hand, yeah.
They're likely to win this.
And it's quite nice to have quads and get bet into. That's definitely nice.
I really don't like this bet. I just don't. Are we even getting ace high to fold?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're trying to get ace high to fold, which is really hard to do. And you've got queen high, so you beat all of their rags. I think you can just see what happens.
Yeah, they do. They do give up on the river. Judy Dantas going to win that pot. Romanesco down to 9.8 big blinds. Yeah, 1 in 40 times you ladder up, and the other times when you just kind of play it slow, when you play it cautiously, you just go out in third place. I mean, that's the likeliest scenario no matter what when you are the short stack. But I think you give yourself a little bit better opportunity when you play a little bit more aggressively. Watch, I'm saying this, and this is going to go 3-bet, 4-bet jam. There's a 3-bet.
Yeah, it actually is. Now, I wonder if King is tempted to call here ever. Because of the short stack, he's only ever getting this all in called when he's screwed, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I'd almost be more apt to kind of like click it back and let them bluff at it one more time if they really wanted to.
Well, they're never doing that though.
No, and the sizing was once Judy Dantas went up to 12 big blinds, it's probably just a jam. I mean, I just don't want to let my opponent outplay me. I don't want to let them get there.
Yeah, well, I never have that fear, so I can't relate. But
I mean, I've got queens.
You're in position. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's certainly a reasonable thought. Right?
You only does he call you there with tens and jacks when you shove? I don't think he does with the tiny, like he's just gambling it all.
Right.
Maybe he does. I don't know. It's
and on a king high flop or an ace high flop, you're not just giving up. You're gonna kind of play it.
You got to call once, but obviously the other guy in that situation or girl, the other player in that situation has got the same fear that you have.
Right. That's a good point. Romanesco, by the way, how unlucky. They have ace king in the big blind and they get a walk.
Nothing. Yeah.
King, by the way, pulling away a little bit now. Almost twice as many chips as the player in second, Judy Dantas.
I think we should give away another ticket, David.
Really?
I
Okay.
really
Well,
think we should.
the mayor has spoken. We are going to give another ticket away. Safe to assume we're doing the keyword giveaway right now, my friend?
We are, as
Okay.
a traditional. Lime has come up with a keyword. I really wanted the keyword to be penny because I thought it was funny, but Lime said, no, that's not funny. You stop being an arse. So we're not doing that.
There you
Very
go.
fair. Very fair. In reference to our discussion, Modern Things question earlier, we've got the keyword. But wait, Lime, is it ready? Because it's been a little while since we spoke. Is the keyword ready? It is. Great. All you need to do, if you've never seen this, is copy everybody else, type in the keyword. Once it's revealed, the software picks you at random. You need to be on the Twitch channel. If you're on YouTube chat, it won't work. So come over to Twitch. And the keyword you need to try and win a $109 ticket is rainbow.
Oh.
Rainbow.
I thought it was going to be pizza.
Yeah, we could have gone pizza, but I'll be honest, Lime's in charge of what the keyword is.
No, listen, and she is, and she does an amazing job. We love Lime.
She's top banana.
I think, and listen, the fact that she is in Costa Rica during the rainy season, she is far more likely to see a rainbow than she is to see pizza.
Got them on her mind. Yeah.
Yep. Pizza's not a big, I don't think it's big on the food menu in Costa Rica, right? Can you get pizza, Lime?
I bet she can because there's a decent amount of Americans down there, aren't there?
They have pizza there. Is the pizza any good? All in the call.
All in.
A7 versus King
Cool.
Queen. There's a king.
Romanescu's going to survive.
They are back up to 16.7 big blinds. And look at this. Now, one double up. See, this is really interesting. King can really put a lot of pressure on Dudodontis now. Again, big pay jump between third and second, $1,500. I mean, King could be just, they probably can raise 100% at this point. Or certainly a lot of hands. Yeah, they should just be winning all these. Until somebody picks up something they can fight with.
Yeah, and King, we know, also has no problem being aggressive and putting pressure on. So I think you will see him be very active now.
Dudodontis with 10-8 offsuit. This is just a fold.
Get your rainbows in. A minute or so left to type rainbow in the Twitch chat. If you're watching on YouTube, you need to come over to Twitch and type rainbow. One of you will be randomly selected to win a $109 ticket for playing 888. A ticket which you could turn into hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars if it's your day. Type rainbow in the chat.
King has won 5 hands in a row, but Romanesco going to move all in here. King going to get out of the way. The winning stops. Finally, Romanesco wins 1. Ooh, Romanesco going to win another one? Likely. Yep, there's the all-in. No action, and we continue on here. Dudodontis now below 30 big blinds.
Smokey, just type it again to make sure.
Yeah. The more you type it in the chat, the better chances you have, by the way, folks.
That is incorrect information, but if you're unsure, type it again.
We're going to be closing this contest very shortly. Get it in there. Get your rainbows in the chat, guys. We're getting away a $100 ticket. Lime says this is extremely incorrect. Lime.
Oh, you found a new level of wrongness, David. Extreme incorrectness.
Yeah, there you go.
Very poor.
We are we? In the money in the free roll, apparently.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Who is in the money?
Yeah, Farting Potato Lord is doing his in the money dance.
Nice. So is Florank. You're in there, are you? Okay, now Lime's running the free roll. Everything's happening at once. This is crazy. Who's going to win the keyword giveaway? It is I Gregorius. Shout out I Gregorius. Well done. If you are not I Gregorius, you haven't won, but there are 2 more left to give away before the end of the final table. Meanwhile, the free roll is in the money, David Tupman. Leo Gygax in the money. Sleepy the Old is in the money. Congratulations.
By the way, poker
anyone
update.
Else in the money in the free roll will give you a shout out.
Our final table update, Romanesco, betting a pair of fours, actually turning their fours into a bluff, getting king to fold a pair of fives on the river there. Really interesting play, very aggressive play. And Romanesco starting to kind of put himself in a position where maybe he can get heads up against king.
More free roll in the money shout outs. Not now. No, I'm doing it now. Not now is in the money. Quantum Criminal's in the money. Box Waxer in the money. Is in 15th. Go get him, Boxy. Fish Fart's in the money. And that's all we have right now. But if you are still in the free roll, keep it going. We've got a long final table here. So hopefully we'll see you at the free roll final table. That'll be cool.
King, I don't think it's believable that either player has an ace here, since there was no raise pre. And I think it's very safe to assume that both players would assume they've got the best hand. Dudodontis does have a flush draw, though. There's a bet from King. If you're Dudodontis, it's a pretty easy call. Not a ton of value in raising this. You just have the best hand so often, and you've got a flush draw. But the times you raise and get re-raised, you hate life. And this has been very unexciting, as it's going to get chopped up.
This has been very unexciting.
Check. And they are going to chop it up. Congrats to all of you in the money, in the free roll. Go get it. Let's see if you guys can run this up as we
Definitely
steamroll ahead to our second break. Just 8 minutes away from the break. We lost 4 versus in the first hour. We've only lost 2 in the second hour so far.
Yeah, it's been quite deep stacked and sort of pretty much an absence of coolers. Like we haven't seen very many, big hands in quotes, where 2 players have had big hands. So it's been a little bit slow, I think.
Yeah, I'll take the blame for that. I normally rig the deck before.
Uh-huh.
And I've been busy. I haven't had a chance to rig the deck recently, which is my bad. I apologize, everybody.
Condor says, congrats to all ticket winners. Absolutely, congrats. But we don't know all the ticket winners yet, just to be clear. 2 more to give away after the next break. And they're still $109 tickets. Huge.
And then let's not forget, we have another 2 tickets to give away at the end of the show in the amazing Wheel of Justice. If you don't know what the Wheel of Justice is, well, you live in a cave, because everybody's talking about it. It's amazing. It's a ton of fun. It's the greatest content out there. They're actually talking about bringing it into syndication.
I bet they are.
Yeah, I've had calls from other shows asking if they can use the Wheel of Justice.
Like Family Fortunes and
radio shows, other podcasts.
A lot of other podcasts. Not other poker shows, though.
No.
I'm not having it on other poker shows. If the mainstream want to come knocking, I understand, but this is the only place you'll ever be able to see it in poker.
Yeah, Joe Rogan has been hammering me. It's annoying. Joe, leave me alone. You can't have it.
I'd probably sell it to him.
How much?
I don't know, like a 500 or something. 1,000, obviously.
500,000.
I've got $500 already, more or less. We got an
all in the call here. Ace 3 versus Ace 9. Not looking good. Running threes.
Running threes would be unreal.
No, not going to happen. Romanesco, it's been a great day. You can reminisce about your run here as you're gone in 3rd place. Not a bad day, though. Romanesco has picked up a lot of money. King picks up an extra $44. Romanesco is going to pick up about $4,500 when it's all said and done. And we are heads up. King with more than a 5-1 chip advantage. Can't imagine this one lasting very long. I mean, do we even make the break?
Do we even make the break? 5 minutes till the break. Yeah, these two have been, well, we know Dudodontis is a professional and King has been very aggressive, and not a huge surprise these two have made the break. Look at this. We don't see this play very much, do we, when we get to heads up in these final tables, David? But an immediate 3-bet somewhat light from
Wow.
trying to be active straight away. I'm
Yep.
shocked by that fold. Heads up, man.
Oh, well, King does not want to double up their opponent. They get away from it. They might double him up here, though. I mean, they just folded the ace. They might be like, listen, are you going to do it? They do. Look at this. Ace 6 versus ace 10. It could be over, but it's not going to be. The 10 on the turn, and Dantas is doubled up right away. So they get the ace 7 to fold, and then the next hand, they get into a situation, and they take a 5-1 chip disadvantage, and now it is not quite 2-1. What a turn of events. A little bit about these players as we head to our second break. Dantas has had a very successul year. 2 major cashes, including second place in the Daily Gems Deep Stack. King has won the late Big Shot 109 on 80-Day Poker 2 times in the last month.
Yeah, we got a couple of serious players in this heads up. If Dantas wins this tournament, which would mean they'd overhaul the big deficit in this heads up, that first hand, the very first hand where they 3-bet a little bit light with King 2 off, is going to be a big reason why, because they then had an exponential effect. They won chips, they then had more chips, which they doubled up the next hand, and now they got 40 big blinds. And I think that's an interesting lesson for people, because we often see towards the end of these tournaments, people are waiting for the perfect spot rather than taking the active spot, which especially heads up you want to do.
Yeah, Dantas, they set the tone by that immediate 3-bet with the King Deuce. I think that's what got the call on the next hand. I mean, in fact, King actually just moved all in with ace 6, but that kind of got them that action. And
I agree.
Dantas is clearly just not. They are not satisfied with just like runner-up here. They're going for it all, and we'll see if they can do it. They still are behind, though. If you're here for the giveaways, don't go anywhere. When we get back from the break, assuming we make it, we'll play Nick Thinks. We'll give away 2 more $109 tickets with that one. And at the end of our show, we give away another 2. Plus, we'll catch up with all our free rollers and see how they are doing when we come back. Got a 3-bet here again. And King is probably thinking, what, this guy's got it every time or what? What's going on?
Yeah, one of the things that you mentioned it in terms of setting the tone and momentum and things like that. This is the only time in poker when that stuff is really a thing, when you're playing heads up. So people kind of feel like they have momentum or they don't have momentum or whatever when they're playing in a full ring. And it's not really a thing because you just can't ever dictate your spots like that. Heads up, you can. There's an interpersonal dynamic. There's a recent history. Every hand you play is against the same other person. And so these X factors and reading where your opponent's at actually become much more of a relevant thing when you're heads up.
Yeah, I mean, I'd argue, it's poker still, but I would argue that heads up poker is a completely different animal.
I think it is.
Yeah. It's poker with a tail as opposed to poker without a tail.
Ah. And it does make a monkey out of you often. So
King high calling and Dantas just running over King. Every single spot.
This is crazy. They almost erased the chip deficit in 4 minutes.
Yeah. It was literally, we were heads up at 150 and it was a 5-1 chip deficit.
This is actually going to be quite hard for King emotionally. He's probably sitting there thinking, why didn't I just stick it in with the ace on the first hand?
Right. I had him
this
there.
This guy raises every hand. Like, how strong could he have been?
And look at this, Dantas. The deck is obviously cooperating, but another situation, Dantas is open-ended with 6 high. Do they play aggressive here and win this? Just relentless against King. King with just ace high. There's the check raise.
Yeah, it's a good flop to check raise anyway. A singleton queen and a dry flop. it's hard for the other guy to have anything. So now you can put more pressure on.
Ooh, but a 9 on the turn.
They've actually improved, which helps them.
Yep. Tudidontis, what do they play here? 11 big blinds in there. They are going to follow that.
They're going to want to bet like they've got a queen, basically.
Yeah. I mean, you could argue that the 9 doesn't really change much. You were either ahead with ace high or...
Now here's the test.
You weren't, right. Yeah, does Tudidontis, do they bet and how much do they bet? They've now check raised and bet again. They're going to bet again. I don't know if this works or not. They are telling the story. They've got a queen.
That's some cool poker. Absolutely consistent story. That is a bet size you would make with a queen if you were trying to get paid. King has the bluff catcher and makes the call. Huge pot in this heads-up battle.
Wow, and look at that. That 5-1 chip deficit that was erased is nearly back to where we started.
Yeah, and it's easy with hindsight, isn't it, this game? But I wonder if, given how aggressive they've been, and given that King obviously wasn't calling with nothing, almost certainly had a pair of some kind, I wonder if he needs to go more nuclear on that river. It's easy to say now. I didn't say at the time, but...
Or just give up. I mean, I know it's not the sexy thing to do. I know. I know it's not the sexy thing to do. But when you check raise flop and then bet the turn, and you bet pretty large on the turn, I might have actually gone a little bit larger on the turn. The pot was about 11 big blinds. You went 7. I think I might even go like 12 or 13 big blinds on the turn and then just give up on the river. But either way, we are heads up. We've got a match, and we're back in 5 minutes for more poker action.
I think they all do a wonderful job putting the series on year in, year out. Nowhere else in the world is anybody handling a 25,000 person event as easily as they have, you know?
What's up, 888 Ride peeps? How are you? We've got another one in for you. It is the one and only Matt Berkey. He's not a tournament player per se, but guy has over 4 million in lifetime earnings. He's a personality, I guess was a podcast host, and today he is our guest here on 888 Ride. I hope you guys enjoy it. What's up, my man?
Same old shit, man. Different day.
Yeah. So I alluded to the fact you're not a tournament player. We all know you're a live cash game player. And, you know, I come from those streets, and I certainly can appreciate it. But, you know, my lifetime tournament earnings are 150,000.
Right.
Okay? I'm a cash game player.
Yeah.
You're a cash game player, and your lifetime tournament earnings are over 4 million.
Oh, there's an outlier there. I cashed for 1.1 in a single event.
There's still another 3 million, dude.
Yeah. Look, you grew up mostly in the LA scene, I assume?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so you had a plethora of cash to choose from.
Right.
I started grinding on the East Coast and worked my way west. So, like, for the first 10 years of my career, you just chased EV. Played tournaments, you play cash, you play everything, you know what I mean? But the last 5 to 6 years, I would say, especially since I've gotten more privy to the high stakes scene, I think tournament players and tournaments in general have just matured in a way that you need to be studying, you need to be trying, you need a wide breadth of knowledge, and I have a very singular focus, I would say, being deep stack cash.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, the days of me making WSOP final tables and playing 50 events in the schedule, like, they're gone.
Isn't it funny how back in the day, and I remember having Jesse Sylvia on my podcast way back when he made the final table, and there was a stigma like tournament donks.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you're good at one thing, cool. Yeah. Cash game players have to be good at so many different things, and here you're saying like, no, if you want to be good at tournaments, you have to be good at an array of things, and cash game is kind of singular.
Yeah,
it's the opposite.
I think that there's been a lot of debate about this, and I would say most people having the conversation are just totally missing the mark, in the sense that it's not one or the other. Like, both players in both realms are very specific to the skill sets, and, you know, I like to compare it to linear versus vertical. You know, like, as a cash game player, you have, I don't want to use the word singular, but it's like, it's a very deep, in-depth study of a pretty structured thing, you know? You're gonna play pre-flop at certain depths, you're gonna play flop turns and rivers at different SPRs, whatever. But you have to get good at all the things that come with playing, you know, river spots where the SPR is
SPR, by the way, is stack to pot ratio, everybody.
Yeah, sorry.
Continue on. No, it's good. It's good.
But where you're like 4 pots deep versus like 40 pots deep.
Yeah, totally.
And that's a big difference.
But I guess in a cash game, though, for the most part, obviously you get some variation, but for the most part, we're somewhere between 80 big blinds and 450 big blinds deep. You're not dealing with like, oh, there's a 22 big blind stack. Correct. There's a 60 big blind stack. Oh, there's a pay jump.
Yeah, and I think all this shows in like when Squid Game format came out, because it creates a bit of a tournament dynamic. There's a lot of varying stacks. People go broke, they rebuy for the minimum. And to be quite frank, cash game players, at least early on, were awful at adjusting to Squid. And with tournament players, it's not that they're not great poker players, they absolutely are, but they have a breadth of knowledge. They know what to do off of 5 blinds, 10 blinds, 12 blinds, and the varying different formations that can accumulate at any juncture, right? For us, it's just like very static, but there's a lot of options.
Right.
The tree really branches at depth.
I mean, I've always pointed that out in like the main event where I'm like, I feel like cash game players have a distinct advantage. Maybe an advantage isn't the right word, but they're in their comfort zone days 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. And
then by the time, if you do make it, if you get past the landmines and you make it in day 4 and day 5, where the average stack is 35, 40 big blinds, suddenly, if you're not well versed in that, you suddenly are taking the worst of it.
Well, especially if you believe in the ICM model at all.
Right.
Like, you could still be playing like really good poker at 50 bigs effective as a cash game guy, but you could be torching it according to the model,
Yeah, absolutely. And
I don't want to waste my time learning.
No. We can go down that. Listen, I mean, we can go down that rabbit hole. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
You and I have had many conversations. I've had you on my other podcast called Under the Gun, where we got into it deep. And to this day, by the way, and I had over 200 podcasts. One of my favorite ones.
Oh,
because you were just so real, and you laid it out there, and
that was one of my first ones.
Yeah. Well, I feel like your story is, it's so poignant and so honest, and I just think about how you grew up and all the tough times you had to go through and the adversity you had to overcome to achieve what you've achieved. It is pretty amazing.
Thank you.
But anyway, I digress. I wanted to move on here. So there was a point, though, like...
Welcome back. Heads up here for Magic Monday. We started with nearly 1,000 runners, and we are down to our final 2. One of them will be a champion and take home nearly $8,000. Nick Welthall, David Tuckman. We've got a lot of giveaways. We've got a free roll to catch up on as well, Nick.
We do.
Yep. And due to Dantas, about a 3-1 chip deficit right now. They were certainly kind of dominating this heads-up match early. Tried a triple barrel bluff with 6 high, didn't get there. I really like the aggressive play from Duda Dantas. Got a little bit unlucky.
Yeah, I really like the play.
If King doesn't hit the 9 on the turn, do
right.
they fold
They
ace
don't
high?
fold with ace high. No, they don't. I don't think so.
Although it's funny, I don't know if the hand's any different though. Right?
I know, but it's just hard to put in that much chips at the end of a tournament. I mean, they're still playing for, what are they playing for? They're playing for about $1,600, in fact.
Yeah, plus the final 2 bounties, and I believe there's a $200 bounty and a $140 left.
Okay.
So when it's all said, probably close to $2,000 they're playing for.
Yeah, as we always say at this point, $2,000 heads-up matches aren't something that you will have played a lot of in your life.
No.
So think about how easy or difficult some of these decisions are when our players are making them.
No doubt about it. I mentioned the giveaways. Yep, we still have 2 $109 tickets to give away. If you've won a ticket, congratulations. Make sure your whispers are not set to private so LimeWiki can get you your ticket. Those of you watching on YouTube are eligible for this last one. It'll be we'll play a game called Nick Thinks, and we'll do that, I think, relatively shortly. I'll ask Nick a question.
Where are we up to in the free roll? How many players are left in?
Ooh, we know we're in the money on that one. Yeah, let us know.
All in and a call, David.
6s versus ace-7. This could. Oh wow!
2 cards away from victory for King, and they can't get it home. Brutal.
No. The ace-7 versus the sixes, they get it all in. 7 on the flop, and it looks like king is like, boom, I've got it in the bag. It is over. But a 2-outer on the turn, and Dudontis is back in business.
Absolutely, they are. It's a brand new match.
Boxwax are still in. Sleepy the Old is still in. Andreas is still in. Morriskvim is still in. Waynunin, North, Atoz, all still in there. Kalinch, Vic, Pashka, all in there. Look at this farting potato lord as well.
That deprived king in 22nd. Awesome. And how many runners are there left? Adgefiller also in. How many runners are left, everyone? A couple of hundred, something like that?
I was actually worried there. I saw the 7. I'm like, I haven't asked you a question yet.
We've still done it, David. Don't worry.
Listen,
The tickets must be given away.
they have
We've
to.
got 4 more $109 winners tonight. It must happen.
Yep. King 3-betting here, unfortunately for them. Dudontis had jacks, and they threw a 4-bet jam, and they have overtaken the chip lead. So they have come back from massive chip deficits twice now. One time with just aggressive, smart play. The other time they got a little bit lucky. Now, it'll be interesting to see how the dynamic changes. Both these players pretty deep. And they are virtually even in chips. 206 left in the free roll. Where's eyes, I like to say. 205 away from immortality.
Immortality.
Ooh, Bougie has been busticated.
Busticated is a good word.
It is. I like it. I want to see Dudontis bet this for value. They have not gone for thin value in certain spots. Now, I mean, they're a Brazilian pro. They certainly know what they're doing. I think heads up here, this is a value hand. I don't know if they're going to get called. They're unlikely to get called. But, you know, what does King do when they have ace high, king high, a pair of 4s, something like that?
You're definitely getting paid by ace high there.
Yeah, I think so.
Heads up.
I also think there's some value in your opponent not knowing what you have. Like, you're just betting and they're like, oh, they have it again?
Well, I'm not necessarily talking about Dudontis, but in general, if you are playing aggressively and you're making, you know, and you have an aggressive image, you want to be value betting more thinly. Obviously, that should be pretty logical. And I say that, but I say it should be pretty logical, but that's not, players don't always execute that. So if you're playing aggressively, part of the value of being aggressive is you get paid off more. The sort of old classical tight aggressive style is a very winning style. However, the problem with that way of playing is that it is harder to get paid off. If you're sitting there and you're only playing, 14% of hands, it's harder to get paid.
Yeah.
So, you want to balance if you've got an aggressive image like Dudu has, you want to be value betting thinner.
Yeah, this is a good flop for Dudontis, who's got a pair of 7s and a flush draw. King is going to bet 1.4 big blinds. Dudontis not going to go anywhere with this kind of hand, I imagine. I just know when I watch really, really good poker players playing, or if I'm in the zone and I'm winning, I just don't go to showdown very often, right? I mean, really good players, they'll win like 7, 8, 9 hands, and you're like, and somebody will ask them, be like, oh, did you see what kind of hands are they showing down? Be like, they just don't get the showdown very often.
Yep.
Pair of 4s here for King, and this one is a value bet, and I like it. And look, they do get paid. So about 100 big blinds in play. Dudontis with about a 3-2 chip advantage. Picks up ace queen here, likely to win this one. King does make the call. Oh, hits a pair of 6s.
Less likely.
Yes.
See how it changes, David.
So fickle.
It is a fickle mistress.
So Duty Dantas is going to bet the ace queen. And I don't hate it. I know a lot of players will check that back, but I think heads up, ace queen is just, it's actually a value bet on the flop. Wow, and king is going to lead out now. I don't hate it. They get action. Club gets there. Now, does king want to bet one more time or kind of just hope to get the showdown? We got about 12 big blinds in the pot. They are going to check. Duty Dantas going to take the ace queen to showdown, not like what they see. And we are back to virtually a tie. Duty Dantas just slightly in the chip lead as we continue this heads up match.
What a battle.
It has been an amazing battle. So at the end of the show, we have the Wheel of Justice spin where we're going to give away 2 $109 tickets. If you're wondering how you get involved in this, it's quite simple. You earn Twitch points by watching our shows here on our 888 Twitch channel. And those Twitch points can be used. They're not worthless. Oh, we've got action here. This is an ugly flop for King. I just don't know how you get away at this point right now. And Duty Dantas going to raise right away.
Yeah, and this is where they've got a great chance of that aggressive image paying off.
Yeah, and
they check raise. You know, they check raise bluff already in this heads up match.
Yeah. I mean, you start thinking, okay, what kind of hands is my opponent check raising with? Jack 10 would have gotten there now. Duty Dantas going to bet 7.8 big blinds. King's going to make the call. Okay, it's a really good run out for King to get away from it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. They beat nothing.
No.
They beat nothing but bluffs.
Yeah, Duty Dantas has got to try to figure out.
There aren't even that many bluffs, are there? Because, as you said, you know, Jack 10 hit immediately. Queen 10 would now be beating them. And Duty Dantas recognizes that bet small, trying for the curiosity call.
Yeah, I mean, even hands like 7-6, Queen 10, you mentioned. Queen 10 is actually a nice little, you got the overs, you got the gut shot. There's like nothing you can beat here. And King, with a pretty disciplined laydown, does preserve some of their chips. But you can see here.
I think they're both playing well, David. I think this is a good quality heads-up match.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Top pair for Duty Dantas, who, by the way, now has about a 2-to-1 chip advantage. The tables have certainly been turned. King had as much as a 5-to-1 chip advantage at the start, but it's relinquished that lead a couple of times and now has the daunting task of coming back. Nick, shall we play give away more tickets? What do you think?
Well, we can.
I've got a question, and I'm really anxious to know what you think.
All right, go on then. If you've got a good question, let's unleash it. So you can win a $109 ticket for Play on 888. We say it every time, these are huge prizes. 2 of you are going to get lucky, and it is lucky because this game is complete nonsense. Please don't complain about anything. It's unfair, and it's rigged against you. Dave is going to ask me a question. This is what does Nick thinks. You have to think what I will answer. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if I am knowledgeable about it, not knowledgeable about it. It's on Google. It's not on Google. It's what do I think that matters. 2 closest win $109 tickets. Must be separate values. And if 2 people guess the same thing, whoever's first wins the prize. So good luck to you. 1 guess per player. 1 guess per player. Only Lime runs the contest in chat. David asked me a question.
Well, you know, listen, I could have gone the Stephen King route. I thought about that. I could have gone pizza,
yes.
Right? Pizza was certainly on topic of today. But I'm going to go early on. You did your world famous Nick Wealthall shout outs, where you ask everybody where they're from. I want to ask you, among our viewers today, how many different countries are represented among our viewers today?
All the viewers of the stream.
Yes, all the viewers of the stream.
Hello.
Who
all
are the
viewers
ones?
of the stream.
All the viewers of our stream that we have. How many different countries are represented? Because I think it's a beautiful thing that we have such a worldwide presence for Magic Monday show.
My answer is 2. No, it's not.
Get your answers in and get them in quick. By the way, the only way you can answer more than once is if somebody else has your answer. I am aware that some of you might have duplicates, so time does get your answers in quick. How many different countries are represented among our viewers? Nick is he's counting them. He's doing the math. He remembers all of you who mentioned, and then of course there are some of you who might not have mentioned the country. So he is doing that, and while he does that, we'll watch this heads-up match. Pair of 8s for King. Pair of aces for Judodontis, and Judodontis continuing to kind of rule over this heads-up match as they now have about a 3-1 chip lead over King 2309. I'm always humored by the people who go like 21 was taken, so now I'll go with 92. Wait, what?
I like that. They've got a massively random approach to life.
Right. It's just like you'd think like 21 taken. I'll go 23. I'll go 24. I'll go 9. No. I'm going to go completely different. We do know, because we've done this in London Things, we already know that there's, somewhere in the neighborhood of 225 countries in the world. So you might get boxed out of this one if you wait too long.
You might.
And that's just part of the game. It's unfair. It's silly. But this is how we've chosen to give away our $109 tickets.
Well, it's a very clever way of doing it, David. It lessens the complaints because it's hard to complain when you're told, yeah, we know it's complete bullshit, yeah.
I do like to think that
the question was stupid. Yeah, no, we know, yeah. It's unfair. You did a terrible guess. Yeah, no, it was terrible, yeah. It's unfair.
I mean, at least this one is one of those ones where we reward the people that were here in the beginning of the show.
We do? How so?
Right. Well, I mean, you did the shout outs.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, people in the beginning of the show.
Them.
Oh, sorry. Never mind then. My bad. All in for King. I don't think they're going to get called in this one. Nope. And again, a 3-1 chip advantage for Judodontis. We could be just one hand away at any moment. But then again, does King have in it? Does they have a comeback in them? Or will it be a doo-doo kind of day?
It's looking that way. But we saw how fast it could change. Like one big pot and it can swing back again. Like if King doubles through, we're dead even in stacks here. So.
Yep. And they could move all in right now. Pocket 5s, yep, they ship it. Not going to get any action. I do like the people, the fact that I like the people that say, I mean, I mentioned that there's about 225 countries in the world, and we've established that through previous Law and Things questions, and yet there are answers as high as 662.
Those are definitely the people watching on mute.
They're just like, they're looking at the numbers and they're like, I'll just go there. I have no idea what we're saying.
No,
but
no one's gone high. I'm going high.
Right. Hey, you know what? I imagine
also, maybe like, they don't know. They maybe think that I think there's like 1,000 countries in the world. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, listen, I have no doubt that at some point, somebody watching this on mute has won one of these contests.
Yeah, definitely.
By just randomly putting it in.
King has top 2 here. They will be desperate to get paid and get back in this thing.
Yeah, and I like this. I mean, I think it's such a wet board that I suspect that Judodontis would call with an 8 or maybe even any pair.
Definitely, I think so, yeah.
And they call
And
with here.
in fact, they call with overs.
Yeah, overs and a gut shot. They picked up a straight draw. Tournament that might end if a queen comes off. Well, that's annoying. You pick up more equity. You've got Jack 9 on a straight, and you've got an open in the straight draw. You can't call off.
More annoying for king, obviously. Chops down the chip lead a little bit.
Futitious says maybe it was counties, not countries. Parabellum says a Nick versus Dave blast off Wednesday would be cool. You know what? That would be cool. Maybe one day. Yeah, maybe we can make it happen.
They never ask us. Wednesday is my football night, though.
And I
give miss 1 week, I guess.
I live in California.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, can I even play?
Oh no, you can't.
Right. I'd have to temporarily be somewhere where I can play. So we can make it happen, but it's and you'd have to give up football. So I mean, there's complications here.
The huge barriers in the way.
Yeah. But Parabellum, I think it's a really good shout.
It would be fun.
I think at some point we can certainly, maybe, possibly make it happen. We've got a bet. We've got a raise. No call. And a little bit more, about a 2.5 to 1 chip advantage for Dudodontis. We can see still 100 big blinds in play. Do the blinds not move up at all? What's going on? I feel like we had 100 big blinds like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, we've had 100 big blinds in play for a long time. You're right.
Doesn't it? I mean,
Feels that way.
I feel like I said it a while ago, didn't I?
I think so.
Yeah. I want to thank you all for being here and finding us on this Monday again. Home game Tuesday tomorrow. You don't want to miss that action. Our host tomorrow is Josh Manley Poker. He's a fun follow. We'll be back next Monday for another Magic Monday. So if you don't win a ticket today, don't worry. We'll give you more opportunities next week. How many players are left in the free roll, everybody? Last we checked, it was...
How are we doing?
I have to imagine... Yeah, we got to be in double digits now, right?
You think? I reckon we're about 150. 103 left.
Ooh.
Okay, and who's still in? Atoll's busted. Bad luck. Who's still in among the 103? Well done if you are. You've outlasted a lot of people. Paksha is in. Sleepy the Old is in. Kayseri, does that emote mean you're in? I think it does.
Yeah.
Wayne Noonion's in. Aj Fiho is 40th. Farting Potato still in. Quantum Criminal 16th. Nice. Audrius is in. God, we've got about 10% of the field.
It's just...
Very impressive.
Yeah, it's uncanny.
What a great chat. Well done.
Listen, I told you earlier I was excited to figure out that my kid wasn't stupid, right? And he's probably actually, he's fairly intelligent. I love the fact that our chat is also fairly intelligent. These are just facts. Our chat is more intelligent than pretty much everybody else's chat.
Boxwax is 13th, so we've got 2 in the top 20. And I think about 8 or 9 out of the 100 overall. Brilliant. Well done.
Parabellum says that when you come to one of the 88 live events to commentate, I can come a day early and blast with Nick. Yeah, maybe that's a possibility.
Let's do it.
We can make that happen.
I'm here to blast. Should we give away some tickets, David Topman?
Let's do it. Oh, I asked you a question. What did I ask you? I asked you
something about something. What was it?
I asked you how many different countries do our chat represent? Our amazing, wonderful, awesome chat represent?
Well, I think I shouted out about 15 or so, but obviously we've got the silent majority who don't actually chat or say where they're from or anything. They're just chilling. So we've got a few in South America. We've got a few in Central America, Northern America, Europe, not so much Australasia, not so much Asia. But when you add them all up, it turns out, David Tuchman, that 37 countries are represented in our viewership tonight.
That is the exact right answer. It is amazing. Week in, week out, Nick Wealthall gets it right. It is unbelievable. If you guessed 37 or right next to 37, you might have won. Turns out Grush 39 was the first to say 37. Nailed it, Grush. Well done.
Grush.
You just won a $109 ticket. And it looks like it's Quantum Criminals Day. Not only is he crushing the free roll, but he crushed this contest.
Wow.
He said 36. Lots of others that were one or two away.
Lots of you were one away.
Yeah, which we knew. I had a feeling this would be a quick contest, but still a fun one. And random and unfair, as always. Grush 39, Quantum Criminal. You each won a $109 ticket. Congratulations. Make sure you pay attention to your whispers. Slow Lime Ricky can get you that ticket.
Shout out to Cindy Bear and to QVI, who have both won away. Not now. If you said 37, well done, but you would have said it after Grush. Remember, got to be two unique values to win. Whoever gets there first with the correct answer wins.
Yeah, with many of the times when we ask this question, time doesn't really matter but on these kind of ones, it does. Got to get your answer in quick.
It's the hardest phrase in showbiz, isn't it, David? You did really well. You made a great guess, but you just weren't quick enough.
I don't think that's a phrase. I think you just made that up right here.
It is. It's on our branding. We got T-shirts. We still haven't got T-shirts. I really am disappointed with the merch. It's been years now. We still can't get any Magic Monday merch. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, I do want to give credit to one of our viewers. One of our amazing viewers did submit some T-shirt ideas for us.
Yeah, but we can't actually make the T-shirts, can we? We're like, we're two very lazy people.
I can barely make mac and cheese. I mean, my kid looks at me sometimes in the middle of the day. Is like, Dad, I'm hungry, and I look at him like, okay, what am I supposed to do about that? Where's your mom? Right. Ask your mother or go figure it out. I mean, what do you want me to tell you, kid? Yeah, I don't know how to make T-shirts. I can't make anything. Yes.
Sad. We've still got this battle going on. 50 big blinds plays 38 big blinds. It's not exactly, it's not exactly easy to call, is it? It's still anyone's tournament. No sign of a deal either, by the way. They're just going at it, hammer and tongs, till we find a winner.
By the way, whenever we go really, really, really crazy big answers, it makes it very difficult for Lime. But whenever we have a narrower range of answers, it also makes it difficult because Lime has to deal with all of the disappointed people who did not win. And she has to explain to them all why they didn't win. Guys, the rules are very simple, okay? We'll do this again next Monday, so I will tell you. The rules are very simple. It has to be two different answers. So
it's two different answers.
And time matters. That's it. So it's the first.
And if you didn't win for whatever reason, then think of it as character building. You're welcome.
Aaron Baroni says, have we discussed Tuchman's fitness health regimen? No.
Because we spent 100 hours talking about Tuchman's pizza. We can't also talk about Tuchman's health regimen.
No, we talked about pizza, Stephen King. We talked about, monkeys and chimpanzees and apes, whether they have tails or not. We discussed countries, all sorts of things.
Loads of stuff.
Even my kids going to school again, right? Nick's hometown, his country, all this fun stuff.
I shared a lot of intimate personal information as well. Loads of it.
Aaron Baroni says, pizza, that's the opposite. The opposite of what?
Health and fitness.
I don't think so. You can have healthy pizza. Pizza's delicious. Listen, if I have to give up pizza to be healthy, I'm not doing it.
There you go.
I choose not healthy then.
And so the mystery is solved.
There you go. Wait, who told me I had to give up pizza?
I know some really healthy, massively jacked Canadian man.
That's
But
stupid.
you don't want to listen to people like that. They don't know anything.
I'll give a pizza. Listen. I will give up. Listen, I'm willing to give up my 4th beer of the night. Okay?
Self-sacrifice.
Thank you. That is the kind of sacrifice I'm giving up, okay? I won't have a second piece of apple pie.
Do you know what? I freaking love apple pie.
It's so good.
So good.
Are you an a la mode guy?
Yes.
Oh,
Like hot apple pie with vanilla ice cream is like basically as close to the top of human achievement as we've got, I think.
I 100%. Absolutely.
So
Whoever was the first person to like do that hot cold thing is just why they don't have a statue up is amazing.
It's true. I agree with you. Violent agreement.
Look at this. Nick Rothall and David Zuckman agree, which must mean this show is coming to an end very soon. Either that or the world is coming to an end. One of the two. I hope it's the show. We are virtually even, and they're still pretty deep, by the way, about 40 big blinds.
Yeah. There's still plenty of play, especially the way it's gone back and forth, and both of them are prepared to be aggressive.
Yeah.
And it's always the same with heads up, isn't it? You sort of half feel like you're always waiting on a cooler, which gets the money in.
Tokyo Goo, by the way, if I could give you a ticket, I would, because this is pretty funny. He says, I said 37 6 weeks ago in another contest. Why didn't I win?
That is a very accurate reflection of our chat.
That's so well done, Tokyo. I listen, if I could just give you a ticket, I would. That was amazing. Well done.
He'll give you his 4th beer. How about that?
Yep, you got it. My 4th beer is yours, Tokyo. Hello. Oh, a sneaky little 2-pair for King. But we got an ace. This could get interesting. This could go check raise. This could go bet raise. We'll see. There's 11 big blinds in there already. We're going to go big for King and a call. And suddenly King now back in the chip lead. A lucky 2-pair on the river.
It's got to be about the 5th or 6th lead change in this heads-up match.
It's like the 4th quarter of an NBA game.
Right.
By the way, when the show does end, don't go anywhere. The Wheel of Justice is right around the corner.
Oh, the Wheel of Justice is still coming. I'd forgotten about that. Now I'm interested.
Yeah, the giving away has not stopped. By the way, how many left in the free roll?
We've got to be down to 60 in the free roll, maybe.
Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to the final table. Anybody still in?
Thanks, noob. Anyone still left in the free roll, which has just 62 left?
Astrash says it's my turn to get drawn in the Wheel of Justice. It might be. Have you been good? Have you been a good poker player? Have you been a good person?
We've got Quantum Criminal 4th, Boxwaxer 12th, Audrey is 7th, and Farty Potato also still in. Sleepy the Old's out, unlucky. But we're smashing the free roll again.
Quantum Criminal, this is your day, okay? This is just your day. I mean, at the end of the free roll, you should just go outside and try to achieve something you've always wanted to achieve.
If they win the free roll, they've achieved something they always wanted to achieve, in my opinion.
There you go. That might be it.
Shout out to Adjifolo. Adjifolo was also still in it. Yeah, I did that brilliantly. Just nailed it.
Dudodontis suddenly getting a little cold there. Flopped an ace, lost the 2-pair. Here's the ace king, and they're behind here. 21 big blinds in there already as well. Oh, there's the all in. There's a call.
Oh wow!
Wow! Just did not believe.
Didn't believe. Just decided this is a bluff. Pre-decided.
Yeah, I think so. I think they just decided that one, and King has won. I didn't see that coming. And with that win, King is going to win the final 2 bounties. I believe it's an extra $340. It is an extra $340. So King, when it's all said and done, takes home get this. This is amazing. When it's all said and done, King actually won well over $10,000.
Did they really?
Yeah, I mean, they had over 3,000 in bounties. Over 3,000 in bounties, another 7,400 for first place. So over 10,000. Due to Dantas, a good day as well. They'll take home about 6,500 when it's all said and done. And that is going to do it for us. What a day here, Nick.
Well, you and I don't always love heads-up poker as a spectacle, but today's heads-up match was really, really good. Both players were really aggressive. It didn't go on because they were waiting around and not committing their money. It went on just because we had lead changes and hands held up and didn't hold up for the short stacks and so on. It was a great heads-up match, and the two best players at the final table contested it. It was great. Well played.
I don't think there was any doubt about it. The two most deserving players. And, I think sometimes we say this and, maybe it's too often said, which is like I feel like both players kind of deserve to win that. It could have gone either way, but this certainly was the case in this spot.
Aaron says Nick hates heads up. I actually really like playing heads up, but it's not as interesting, is it? But that was a fun heads up match.
Yeah.
We got to do the Poker Wheel of Justice, David Tutman. We sat around here filling time for nearly 3 hours just to get to this point.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. Aaron, will you give us the word in the chat? Spin the wheel.
He can't do it, can he? He's
no.
not here.
Okay, good point. Nick, you do it then.
Spin the wheel.
Oh, spin it.
We got a lot of names on this wheel. You must be in the chat to win. If you win, you win a $109 ticket. The Poker Wheel of Justice only lands on people that have been good. Sorinaki, who's never won a ticket.
Wow.
And bitches and moans about never winning a ticket. You better be here. You better be here. Self-confessed unluckiest person in the chat.
Oh, if they're not here.
6 months of complaining. If they're not here, this is fucking funny.
They literally complain every other week about not winning a ticket. They literally complain every other week.
They're not here.
Okay, hold on.
Sorinaki, how can you not be here? Honestly.
If they're not here.
I'm so unlucky. You must participate in your own rescue, people. We can't do this for you.
If they're not here next week or next time they're here, you all have to let them know. This is just terrible. Okay, 5, 4, 3. Oh my gosh.
I can't do it. It's too cruel. Sorinaki, I'm sorry.
1.
I'm sorry I lost.
Respin the wheel. Wow, indeed, Lime.
Oh no. Oh, it's so cruel.
Oh my gosh.
Leo
Drop set 1. You've just won.
Drop set 1, you've won. Leo Guy gets right. They're actually here. They just want to keep the narrative. Drop set 1's in chat. You win. Well done.
Let's go. Drop set has won. One more time. By the way, Aaron gave us a really emphatic spin in the chat. Thank you, Aaron.
That gave us extra juice. That landed us on Sorinaki for the best comedy moment we've had tonight.
Honestly, 2.5 hour show. It was all worth it when it comes down to that. That was amazing.
It was worth it.
By the way, if Sorinaki is actually here and is just keeping the narrative going, well played.
That's what gentleman has said. That would be amazing.
Respin the wheel. Go one more time. Spin it.
Jeb 75.
Oh, they're
Jeb.
here.
Yeah, are they?
They've got to be here. They're always here.
Jeb. Yeah.
Jeb. There we go. Jeb here for sure, of course. So, Jeb, you have won a $109 ticket. It concludes our show. 7 $109 tickets given. Lots of comedy. Make sure we rub it in Sorinaki's face next time they are here. No doubt about it.
Sorinaki.
And a big congratulations to King 2309. Faced some adversity in that heads-up match, but ends up victorious and wins well over $10,000. For Nick Welthall, for Lime Ricky in the rainy season in Costa Rica, we wish her the best. And, of course, for Hayden, I am David Tuckman. Good night from 8-8 Poker.
Good night.